listening
to Joey Clark.
Joey Clark.
And his old pal, Mr. Bader.
It's
Joey Clark.
Thank God for another beautiful day here on this Wednesday.
Agreed.
Hopefully it'll be a beautiful show, and Montgomery needs a new mayor. How you doing today, Mr. Bader?
I'm doing wonderful, Joey. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Good day out there.
Let's jump right into it. On Wednesdays, we always kick off things with Jeff Poor, host of the Jeff Poor Show, 106.5 FM. Y'all check him out if you're in the area. And, of course, always good podcast on the website there. And, of course, he's 1819 News' editor-in-chief. Jeff, how you doing today?
Doing well. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for being here. Now, I want to start with something I mentioned to you in passing this morning, but I watched what Phoenix City's doing really well in the Little League World Series. And I don't know, it just felt like, ain't that America? I felt great watching it, removed from all the craziness of the news cycle.
I watched a couple of the games. I watched yesterday afternoon. I had it on. ESPN's a little enamored with the little girl,
Kenley Rasmus,
who's pitching. Yeah, but they made it like a girl power thing. But it's ESPN's what they do. But other than that, you're right. It's good to cheer for something a little more wholesome, I suppose.
Yeah, and good to see like a hometown team representing the Southeast, maybe representing the nation and all of things. And I don't know, it also just takes me back to, because I never got to the big field, but I did play Little League. And I don't know, when that was your only care in the world, was like, am I actually in position? Am I remembering exactly what I need to do when the play happens? Am I getting on base? Like, I could hit a runner to second base and beat it out. And then are we getting airheads and like Dr. Pepper or Coke after the game? It's just a simpler time.
Yeah, you weren't as emotionally invested in the game necessarily. Now at this level, I'm sure they care very much about winning, but at least for the sake of this discussion, we gave it our all, right? And it's not like watching an Auburn game or a Braves game.
No, not anywhere close. But I don't know, folks, check it out. It's being covered well on ESPN, and great local story that's gone national. Now, last night there was elections in South Carolina. Are you surprised that Darlene Graham actually got over the top?
Yeah, I got this one completely wrong. She just gave me Luther Strange vibes. And, a lot of the stuff was a more sort of trajectory for the Trump endorsement, the establishment lining up behind her, a bequeathed U.S. Senate seat. And I thought she just did not have – she wasn't a very good retail politician, I thought, A, and B, she just looked like a deer in headlights in a lot of these – like debate situations or whatever. So like I didn't think I thought Ralph Norman had an edge on her. I thought he'd come out with about a 5-point win, and I was very, very wrong about that. But I kind of thinking about it, maybe we're underestimating Donald Trump at this stage of his political career.
Yeah, and I was shocked because I guess that one debate answer I heard where she was asked about Taiwan or the Taiwanese Straits, part of U.S. national security. And she goes, look, I don't really know much. That's not my expertise. I just support the military. And I'm like, I guess that goes a long way, sort of honesty, and I support the troops. But, when you're replacing especially Lindsey Graham on such issues, I don't know. It's interesting what actually gets people over the hump, whether it's the Trump name or the Graham name.
No, and I think that those are the two things. If you look at it county by county, and you see where Trump did his rally on Saturday, which was Horry County, Myrtle Beach. I mean, she put a stomping on Ralph Norman. Norman won like the Charlotte suburbs and upstate, Greenville, Spartanburg, but she won everywhere else. And I guess the one area people were kind of watching was Charleston, and she won about like 10 points. So there's just, I think, a comfort with the Graham name, and then you put that Trump seal of approval on it as well, and it's a 1-2 punch. It's pretty hard to overcome.
Now, as you see all these primaries and specials that are finally going to lead up to the midterms, just take your temperature on it. How do you think the midterms are going to shake out?
It's still, in theory, a Democrat cycle. I just don't think, we're going to violate a lot of historic norms in that regard. However, a couple of things. The Republican National Committee is way, way better funded than the DNC. DNC's running, I think, a debt even. They're not ready. They have no cash on hand. and they're just barely getting by. That's a problem in a midterm election when you really need to have your ducks in a row and have your war machine and have it ready to run. And they just don't have the resources, it appears, relative to the RNC. And, there's a convention coming up, a midterm convention. Donald Trump's going to really try to make it more like a general election. They can pull that off. I'm very skeptical of it. But, last night told me to be careful about being skeptical of the president and his ability to churn out Republican enthusiasm. Because I know it's going to be a much different scenario on November 3rd versus what we had last night in South Carolina, a Republican primary. But, if he can generate a little more Republican turnout by just showing up at some targeted places, it may be worth a seat or two. And everything is going to be so decided on the margins. Everything is so close, that all this little stuff in the aggregate is going to matter. And then the other thing that's really important, redistricting is going to save a lot of Republican seats in the House. I think a victory on November 3rd for Republicans, the best they can hope for is to maintain one chamber of Congress. There's a lot of headwinds, a lot of economic headwinds, gas prices, Iran, et cetera. But there's a lot of things that they can figure that out in the interim that they got going for them.
Yeah, and it looks like I'm looking at a new Americans for Prosperity just general survey. It was like 42,000 people took this. And the top issue by 56%, the next closest is immigration at 10%. Top issue is the economy and inflation. And when gas is too high, groceries are too high, healthcare is too high. I don't know. Both parties are like goring each other. I saw Terry Sewell coming out against Trump and saying her thing today. You'll report on 1819 News. But it seems like all that money that was created out of thin air, especially during COVID, it's hard to it's hard to unstretch that rubber band, if that makes any sense, folks.
Well, what is the tipping point? And then this is an important discussion. Like, okay, we don't like high gas prices. Is it enough to keep you at home and not vote for Republicans? Because everything is so team sports right now in politics. Is it going to do one of two things? This is what Republicans got to be on guard for. Is it going to keep you at home and keep you from voting? Or, and I think this is more unlikely, but it could happen, they'll take a Republican Trump voter and turn them into voting for a Democrat in the midterms. I just don't think those are high propensity votes. Personally, I'm not that phenomenon, not so much, but it's the former. If we could get Republicans to get out to vote, then maybe you could salvage some of what could be a really ugly cycle for Republicans.
Now, shifting gears in this story, a lot of legs trending at 1819news.com. I'm quoting Abdul El Sayed. He's the Senate nominee for the Democrats up there in Michigan, saying, quote, the idea that you have somebody like Tommy Tuberville, who barely was good at coaching football, is trying to ban Sharia law when there's less than 1% of the Muslim community in America, as if somehow Muslims are out there trying to push Sharia law. That seems to me to be deliberately targeting the Muslim community because they're different. Coach Tuberville responded to that for folks just tuning in and said, sounds like something a terrorist sympathizer would say.
Yeah.
So I guess Coach ain't backing off this line of attack.
Good. No, it works for him. Wherever your sympathies and loyalties lie, I think in Alabama, that works for him, and he's going to continue to do it. Like El Sayed talking about football, any DSA figure talking about something that's kind of red meat, alpha male, you kind of have to scoff at anyway. But this is, he is doing Tommy Tuberville more favors by mentioning his name and making him a boogeyman than he's doing for himself. So, whatever he wants to do, so be it. But I think Tommy Tuberville is like, please, sir, please give me more.
Now, on your show, we talked a little bit about the data centers and flock cameras, or we spent like 15, 20 minutes on it. And here's another angle. The big tech world, Zuckerberg, that is Facebook and Instagram, just settled with 29 states agreeing to pay over $17 billion in a fine. And I don't know how much I even like that. I know it's a victory. A lot of states will come back and look at all this money we got out of Meta. But, okay, you screw up a whole generation of children and you just write a check for $17 billion?
Yes.
I don't know. It's
a crime, but it comes with a price to get out.
right?
Is it really?
Well, that and then who are they writing the check to? What are they going to do with that money? Like, do we really need a? Do we need? Do you and I need more PSAs about online safety?
Exactly.
Is that were they overcharged for production and run them on? Who's that for exactly?
Yep.
What is this, a box checking virtue signaling exercise? What is this money going to be used for? Is this just about being punitive to Facebook and Meta? Or are you really trying to salvage something bad that came out of this horrible situation? I mean, something good that came out of this horrible situation. And I just don't think our state governments are the ones who are going to be best equipped to figure this out.
It's a shame, though. I do go back and forth in terms of a personal responsibility thing. Is it kind of like suing McDonald's for making you fat? Or is it just that addictive of a hamburger? And, of course, I'm talking about, like, Facebook and stuff. Like, are we going to blame Facebook for all the mental issues? Or do we have to somewhat blame ourselves for the way we've swallowed the hook on this stuff?
I think there's like a legal standard here. Were they aware of it? Was it surreptitiously done? Did they have at least an awareness that if they keep ginning up their algorithm or ginning up AI, whatever it is, that's the allure for young people to go to these platforms and participate in harmful ways, if they were aware of it, they didn't do anything to rectify it, then yeah, they should be held culpable. Like I said, how does this fix that situation in the long term? And I don't trust the government to be a good actor here one bit.
Yeah, and I'm frustrated in the sense that I really don't trust big tech at this point, but I also don't trust the states, let alone the feds, to really solve this. And that's why maybe I'm leaning on the personal responsibility thing, not to blame anybody, blame the victim or anything like that, but we're like, just turn it off. Go have lunch with people. Don't look at Facebook. Don't look at Instagram. Don't use it. Now, a lot of people now are making their livelihood on those platforms. So, I mean, that's just the nature of the beast, I guess. But it's, I don't know. It's a little like, why are we giving over so much power to these folks?
Well, it's just weird. It's like the disclaimer on the box of cigarettes when the Surgeon General, people still smoked, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's one or the other. It's kind of a mix of everything.
Yeah, well, we'll see down the road, but I'm a little disappointed in the settlement. I wanted to see this case just continue. But we'll see if something else gets cooked up down the road. I always appreciate your time, Jeff. If folks want to check out what you're up to, how can they do so?
X.com/Jeff_Poor, but also I encourage people to check out 1819 News, 1819news.com.
Appreciate it, man. Talk again next week. Again, Jeff Poor, folks. Always appreciate his time. Eddie Bader here in the studio with me.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm all right. What's that shirt you're wearing today?
Oh.
And adjust your camera. You're all cattywampus over there.
Hey, Joe.
No, turn it a little more.
Hey, Joe.
Like you're on. Like,
Hey,
you just
Joe.
want to
How
be
you doing,
leaning.
Joe?
There
Hey,
you go.
Joe.
A little better.
Is that better?
No, you're too far the other way. Like, goodness, know where your body is. Daggum. Like,
Joey, I just don't care. I'm 56 years old. I'm at the point now, I just don't care.
I'm starting to notice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean,
Really am.
I'm putting out the vibes today, so I got to be careful.
You're putting out the vibe
I already
today.
got some free donuts.
So, well, explain to the audience what you're talking about. You got extra donut holes
I didn't really get extra.
because of the vibe you're putting out
just-
today, is your theory, at
This is
least.
my theory. I feel like I've got some pheromones pumping today. Everybody's been a little bit nicer to me than normal, especially the female persuasion. And when I was at the donut store, I got my order, and they don't know me from nobody, but she went ahead and gave me extra donuts, donut holes.
Because of the vibe.
That's kind of what I felt like. And she complimented me on the ring. So I know, Joe.
Hold that closer to the camera. That thing is disgusting.
Right. And that's my
Looks
point.
like you took an eyeball out of somebody, an eyeball right out of somebody's skull, and put it in a ring.
Perhaps I did.
And also a jaundice eyeball. Like, what color is it today?
Well, my
Let's-
mood today is kind of brown.
Oh, my. He's in a brown sort of
It's a
mood
brown,
today.
kind of maybe a hazel. I don't know.
Before we hit this break, quick rundown of headlines. And again, yesterday we didn't get to this, but Rubio planning the largest visa revocation in U.S. history. We get into
I want
that.
to talk to about that.
Bill Gates comes out and says biohacking and bioterrorism are huge risks posed by AI and rogue hands. And you know, when I see Bill Gates come out and say something like that, you know what I say?
What?
You threatening me, Bill Gates?
Exactly right. It sounds like a threat from Bill Gates.
China hacked NASA, DOJ, and the Federal
Oh.
Reserve.
Are you surprised though?
The White House has said the free ride for Canada is over,
I'm down with that.
which I don't know. Like,
Are you scared they're going to cut
no,
you off
I'm
or
not.
something?
No, I'm not scared of it at all. It's more,
Canadians, dude.
yeah,
And for the most part, they're good people.
yeah, they are.
It's just one particular area where they all could go to.
Apparently, Hakeem Jeffries
Yeah.
and Jared Kushner had a secret meeting, and it got out that they met, and there's
no.
all sorts of backlash.
Oh,
about
no,
it.
Joey.
How dare you? How dare you meet with Quiet Jared? Hakeem, they're the enemy. How dare you? And it's
How
just like,
better to get to know your enemy than sit down and break bread with them.
as Jeff Bohr said, we're in team sport mode. We're getting, and it's going to get even worse closer you get to the election
Yeah.
day. It's like everybody's mind. It's almost like power, and lust for power is an ugly thing.
Yes, it is, Joey.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, and for instance, like Terry Sewell coming out and saying today that after the Supreme Court ruled in Trump's favor about the U.S. Postal Service executive order he's pushing, about around election mail-in ballots in particular, Terry Sewell said he's just really worried about losing in November. I'm
That's
like,
what he's worried about.
And you don't care either way, right, Terry? Maybe you have the same interest.
That's what he's worried about, Joey.
Yeah. Thank you. Genius. Just absolutely genius. Glenn Beck asked Trump about the mystery swirling around the CIA director visiting Moscow.
Yeah, I was going to ask
Like,
you about
is
that.
Russia, Glenn literally asked
Moscow
him straight
supposedly
up,
didn't know anything about it.
is Russia like going to bomb England or like going to test NATO's resolve? And Trump goes, well, I hate to disappoint, but it's kind of a routine thing. We want the war to end. It's probably good that, heads of intelligence for the two nations,
Oh, yeah.
especially with all this cyber stuff, Bill Gates aside, that's the thing that worries me the most is some massive cyber attack,
Sure, say a third party. Say I steal your stuff, make it look like Joey attacked the world,
right?
you know.
We have an update on the powder keg inside that Penn State frat house. We didn't get to that yesterday either.
Oh, McLovin.
Yeah, where there's like the crazy parties
Yeah.
they were throwing and the brutal hazing scenarios.
Oh, hazing's horrible. Bad.
And also, we have here, and I think I want to end this segment this way,
Okay.
some more Nobunaga.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Because, Halloween's coming up, right?
Oh, yeah. I've already seen the candy. I've got candy corn, in fact.
What did you think of that costume that Target pulled from shelves? Did you see it?
Yeah, it didn't bother me one way or the
Didn't
other.
bother you?
No, I didn't care. It's Target. They sell shirts literally that with a rainbow on it. It says, "Gay."
Right.
So I
So
just-
if they're doing a clown, technically they were doing a clown costume, but the clown was black, then all of a sudden people are like, that reminds us of like minstrel show.
No, it reminded me of Homie the Clown. Homie don't play that. Y'all don't remember Homie the Clown?
I remember Homie.
Okay.
I mean, I remembered in retrospect after Greg Bedell told it to me 1,000 times. So I looked it up on YouTube.
Well, I mean, that's what I thought, but for people to get their panties up in a wad, so be it. That's ridiculous.
Are there any Halloween costumes in your past that you regret?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Any you want to share?
Not here.
Oh, my.
Not on the public airways. No, sir.
Are there any that you regret or found funny, entertaining, that were memorable that you would like to share with the class?
Yeah, this one, but I can't. Not the world we live in. I thought it was
Really?
hysterical. Yep.
Oh, wow. So it would get you like canceled.
Big time.
Oh, my.
Me and Justin's mama.
I remember I went as like Hugh Hefner one year and essentially wore a robe with silk boxers. And that was a mistake. In Alabama, October,
Oh, boo.
still too hot.
Yeah.
Can't wear silk boxers in Alabama. That's maybe in January you can get away with silk boxers, or if you just stay inside,
Yeah,
and
you
you
gotta
freeze
stay inside.
yourself out. You should not wear silk boxers to a party.
One of the funnest ones I ever did was Santa Claus. Went to a Halloween costume place and
Yeah,
contest thing and dressed as Santa Claus. Well, halfway through, we ran out of beer, so I had to go get some beer. And as I was buying beer at the little pack sack there, a little boy come up to us and said, "Mama, Santa Claus is buying beer." Felt kind of bad for him.
Oh man, I
did.
Bader.
Yeah, what can you do? All you can do is toast him. Here's to you, kid.
You got a lot to make up for. Purgatory is going to be a long time. Anyway,
This is my life now is purgatory.
okay, you recalling this sanctification that you're going through right now? Okay, but here is Nobunaga
Okay.
saying last October, I went to an American haunted house. You ever been to one?
Oh, yeah. We used to have some good ones here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you ever been on a haunted hayride?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got any stories from that?
Oh, boy, yeah, Joey. Yeah.
But last October, I went to an American haunted house, writes Nobunaga. I did not scream, not once. The actors noticed immediately. To them, I was no longer a guest. I was a challenge. A vampire hissed in my face. I nodded politely. A zombie lunged from a closet. I bowed. He bowed back. We understood each other. A man with a chainsaw chased me through a maze. I walked briskly. He followed, revving the saw. We both knew he could not touch me. It became a procession. Words spread through the walls. I could hear them behind the panels. He's here. The guy. Get ready. At the final room, the entire cast was waiting. The vampire, the zombie, the chainsaw man, holding his saw like a briefcase. They gave me everything. Screams, grabs, a wall that moved. Nothing. Then the smallest ghoul, a girl of maybe 10 in a sheet, walked up and honked a small plastic horn in my face. I screamed like a child. The cast erupted. The vampire hugged the zombie. The chainsaw man dropped to one knee. I bowed to the small ghoul. She curtsied. God bless Nobunaga. So I said haunted hay rides, and you went, oh, yeah.
Oh, you never did the haunted hay rides? We did the houses and all that. Used to, forget the radio station back in the day.
Would you say those can be romantic?
They can be very romantic. Both of them can be very romantic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed them both. The nice thing about the haunted house is if you go with a girl and you're just curious, do we really have vibes together? Or can we really chill together? She grabs your hand about halfway through the house. It's all good. The only problem is when you're screaming louder than anybody else there, it's kind of hard to man up. But then on the hay rides, dude,
You lost me.
blanket.
What you literally said was fine, but you lost me in the way you went, it's all good. I'm like, good for what? Like, what are you up to?
It was. I wasn't sure if the girl liked me or not, and when she grabbed my hand, I felt okay. It's all good. We're good here.
No, you didn't say it that way, though, the first time. You said, oh, it's all good. Yeah. No, you said, it's all good.
I heard that in my head, in probably an Elvis-style voice at that particular moment.
Yeah.
But then I
That's
remember
your inner monologue when you feel cool?
Yeah,
It's Elvis?
Fat Elvis.
Fat Elvis?
Fat Elvis.
Yeah.
Well, on top of that, I remember my hand being so sweaty, it was kind of embarrassing. But
Oh, you were embarrassed about the sweaty palm.
yeah, dude, I was scared to death, but I had to act like But on the hay rides, now come on, let's be honest. We were in a trailer deal. There's a bunch of hay in there. It was kind of chilly time of the year. We were under blankets. Playing thumb wrestle.
No, I don't know.
Really?
Thumb wrestling under blankets?
I don't know what else to say.
That's gross. I don't know about you, man.
No, what's worse?
Yeah.
This is the worst.
Just double down on it.
Yeah, I'm going
Just
down.
double down on it.
The worst is this one girl we were on a hayride. I really had the hots for her. She was beautiful. Still is to this day, I'm sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not
Have you looked her up lately?
No, Joey. Married.
Okay, good.
But anyway, I remember we were holding hands under the blanket, and I think I kissed her.
Yeah.
And I remember looking up, and her dad was sitting in the front of that trailer. And I remember my hand uncurling from hers quickly and just looked out the back of the trailer till we got back to where we were going.
Did he ever mention it to you?
Nope. And he was cool, too. He's a really cool guy. But his daughter, man, yeah, good times.
I'm happy to bring back those memories for you. Anyway, let's hit this break first. This part of the program brought to you by Pest Pro Services. Talk about a good time when you can actually, say, sit out on the back porch or hang out on the dock and not get eaten up by mosquitoes.
Especially if you were courting someone, Joey, and you're sitting in the swing and you're swinging. You don't want to be out there swatting mosquitoes.
You don't want to be swinging and swatting.
No.
You want to just be swinging.
Right.
You want to just be kicked back, relaxing.
Yep.
Enjoying a nice libation.
Or say you're
solving all the world's problems.
Having a picnic in the backyard. You don't want them fire ants coming on your picnic blanket.
You don't want any of that.
No.
And you don't want wasps that are constantly just harassing you for no good reason. They're just ornery.
They are.
Pest Pro can take care of all this. And, of course, they can also help you with those nasty, nasty termites.
Yes, they can. Thank God.
If you haven't had an inspection done for termites in a while, you're playing with fire. Get Pest Pro out there. They can do an inspection, and they can lay down year-round protection to make sure those termites never get anywhere near your property. And, of course, they have a great basic pest control package. It's a monthly subscription. That way they come out on a regular basis, and you control costs throughout the year. So check out Pest Pro today. You can always learn more at ppsriverregion.com. or just search Pest Pro Services on the Book of Faces or call them direct at 265-9990. That's 265-9990. When you want to know, call a pro. Pest Pro Services. And be sure to tell Ashley and that great team that Joey and Eddie, those fellas on the radio, sent you. We'll be right back after this.
You're listening to Joey Clark. Joey Clark.
Joey Clark.
Joey Clark. You're listening to Joey Clark.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Cozy season is ahead, and you'll be spending way more time inside. Is your home ready? Don't worry. With Wayfair, you can upgrade your space without breaking the bank. Score up to 70% off during their Labor Day clearance on furniture, area rugs, mattresses, and more. Plus, surprise flash deals you can't miss. Whether it's one room or the whole house, Wayfair has pieces for every style and budget.
Shop Wayfair's Labor Day clearance now through September 7th at wayfair.com.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, get any size mattress for one low price, starting at $249.99. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Truckers, listen up. A $2,500 sign-on bonus only at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Work for a company that puts God and family first. 855-777-9785. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Rich Thomas Weather.
We've got a fairly typical late August day today, but the rain probabilities will get a little bit better tomorrow and Friday. But for today, another sun and cloud mix with a high in the middle 90s, triple-digit heat indices again, and a fairly normal distribution of those random afternoon and evening storms today, but an increasing chance tomorrow. Could be a generous supply on Thursday and Friday of scattered storms. This as a front approaches. High temperatures generally in the lower 90s on Thursday and Friday, mid-90s over the weekend as storms start to thin out. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Trustworthy, accurate, immediate. Carrying your voice across the river region. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Vader in the studio. We also have our silent supervisor watching over things here in the studio.
Yes, we do.
And Jessie Lynn's coming by?
Yeah, she'll be by at 2 o'clock today.
I'm looking forward to that. That'd
Yeah,
be
we're going to talk to her.
fantastic.
She's been under the weather, so be a little easy on her, Joey.
Of course I'll be easy.
I know how
What
you are.
are you saying?
Well, I know when women come in here, you get a little intimidated, then you try to play the big tough guy and kind of
What are you
beat the women
talking
down. And
What are
I
you
just really hate when you
talking
do
about?
that.
Like,
I hate when you do that.
I would appreciate if you don't lie about me.
I appreciate if you don't beat the women up when they come in
That's
here.
not what I do.
I mean, you kind of browbeat
If
them.
anything, I'm like a big softie.
Actually, the other way around, you're usually like, hey, I'm sorry for this guy over here.
Yeah, I was about to say. Stop projecting your demons on me, Eddie Bader.
Sorry, Joey.
But October,
Yeah.
says Craig Monger at 1890 News, October will mark the end of a 2-year, $1.9 million grant from the National Institutes of Health, NIH, to Auburn University, War Eagle, to study eating disorders. So far, I guess that seems legit.
To
study
a little bit, but okay.
eating disorders among so-called sexual minorities, meaning gay, lesbian, bisexual, and quote-unquote non-heterosexual individuals.
But they are human, correct?
The school was awarded the grant in August 2024 with the end date slated for October 31st of this year. Records state that the total award amount is $1.9 million. Yet just over $800,000 has been dispersed. The grant funds a school study aimed at, quote, targeting minority stressors to improve eating disorder symptoms in sexual minority individuals, SM individuals.
I could already tell you what's going to happen with this. They're human. When they're in love or when they're in breakup mode, they're going to eat less, just like any other human.
Oh, wait. People in love eat less?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Eddie Bader. Have you not seen like couples that get real fat
Now,
together because
sometimes there's celebratory love that they come
that's
together?
what I mean though. Like you start getting just fat.
When you're in love, when you're in love, eating is usually the last thing on your mind. Now you might want to get dinner with this person, but you really don't want to eat.
Well, maybe the initial phase, like the honeymoon phase,
Yeah,
like
okay, we'll go
the
the
lead
honeymoon
up and like all that. Yeah, but once you're like settle in,
Well,
like
honestly, once you're naked and they've seen you naked and there's no
Right.
complaints, you're going to go back to eating.
yeah, you want to eat in bed again?
Yeah,
Watch your favorite show.
The trifecta.
Let's watch Frasier tonight, honey.
But
Tossed salad and scrambled
I mean, they're
eggs.
human. At the end of the day, they're going to have the same somewhat emotions people that are not.
You would think it's just a human thing, but here's what the study says.
Okay.
One group at significantly increased risk for eating disorders is sexual minority, SM. That is gay, lesbian, bisexual, non-heterosexual individuals. Indeed, nationally representative data in the United States supports that SM adults of all genders have a 2 to 3-fold increased risk of developing an eating disorder compared to their non-SM peers.
Anxiety.
Critically, these disparities have persisted during the past decade, with no signs of attenuating, making SM individuals one of the most high-risk groups for eating disorders. The study's description goes on to claim that sexual minorities are at an increased risk due to them being a marginalized group, and that current treatment does not take into account SM identity-related stress processes.
I don't think they need to.
Or processes.
They don't need to. They're human.
Risk is elevated in SM individuals due to chronic stressors and subsequent SM stress reactions. For instance, internalized stigma, low SM stress coping self-efficacy,
anxiety,
related to being a marginalized group. While
Anxiety.
SM individuals, again, this is all of the study, are seeking eating disorder treatment at increased rates compared to non-SM peers, current treatments do not incorporate distinct SM identity-related stress processes that increase and maintain eating disorder symptoms in SM individuals. Further, there's more.
Good Lord.
SM individuals are more likely to drop out of existing eating disorder treatments compared to their non-SM peers. This suggests that identity-affirming treatments that address the unique needs of SM individuals with eating disorders could reduce barriers to treatment and treatment dropout in a vulnerable group. The study aims to integrate evidence-based care for eating disorders with novel SM affirmative treatment, Seems like you already have your conclusion
Drawn up
before you got
long
your
bef-
evidence.
Yeah, thank you.
Interesting.
Thank you.
They're going to call it Promoting Resilience to Improve Disordered Eating, otherwise known as PRIDE. Designed to target, you know what'll solve that eating disorder? The sin of pride.
Oh, hunger.
The study aims to examine pride's overall effectiveness. Also, should the preliminary data prove pride has statistically relevant outcomes, it would also move in a pilot randomized controlled trial in 160 SM adults with eating disorders, comparing pride to supportive treatment. So Auburn got about $2 million to do that, folks.
How much money do you figure they have invested in that study? I mean, if they give you a $2 million grant, do you have to spend all of it, or can I say I spent 1.0, but I pocketed the rest, or do you have to prove it? Because
I think you have to document it.
I mean, we can.
You have to document it. Only 800 grand's been dispersed, whatever that means.
We can document it.
You'd have to document it,
but
right.
I think it's a waste, a huge.
No, beyond
waste.
just the study, though, like when did it become like a solution to just affirm people? Like seriously,
I don't understand any of this. This is your people's. This is
my generation,
and I really don't get it. I'm becoming more and more old man lost at sea.
I'm definitely there. Old man lost at sea.
Between the pictures and just a lot of things you guys do,
No, but it just I don't know. I think about my own life, and affirmation is not what I needed.
I don't know. My shrink tells me I need affirmation, but I can't do it. I can't look in the mirror and say good things about yourself.
I mean, affirmation maybe in the sense of like shoot for something higher, like you're a child of God.
Right. But not.
But like affirmation in just what you are and like
I'm
whatever
beautiful.
you're doing.
I'm special.
Right. Now let me eat my 8th Twinkie of the day.
Right.
No, I'm not affirming your Twinkie habit.
Right. I don't think. This is where I think we've gone too far into the fields.
Yes. And it's beyond just the pride thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But just this whole case study on things like this. That's just.
It's like the My Truth thing. It's like the.
Oh, My Truth. That's
right.
a joke and a half. Yeah.
I don't know. Part of me is like, is there anything you want to repent for?
Yeah.
That's a better place to start.
Yeah. I'd like to have that for My Truth rather than the ones I've heard.
Yeah. You can be all right and you can get better. Like you're not doomed to the certain existence.
Right.
But, yeah, I don't know. The affirmation thing. And again, with all these studies, and I appreciate Craig Munger writing these up because it's money, taxpayer money.
200 or 2 million?
And again, it's like so much of this seems like we're trying to replace a lot of common sense and let's say spiritual discernment with evidence-based care.
Well, is there
that they changed later because they got another grant to restudy it or something.
Is there such a study where we could study frat boys and how they experience college and how much fun they have?
Right.
And on the other side, they become successful men. Can't we study that? I mean, isn't there a case study to be done there? Or how do you go from the frat boy who's drunk, first night in college, puking on the lawn, to successful CEO?
Kind of like Animal House. That one who didn't Bluto become a senator?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And not only that,
Ted Kennedy killed a girl.
Everybody just washes out under the bridge. I mean, on Love Boat, who was it? Gopher? He was the bartender, I think. Anyway, he was a senator too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, I was up in D.C. It was, I guess, my junior year at Auburn. I think sophomore year, and I was hanging out with somebody. He was going to advocate and like lobby and stuff.
Ooh.
It was more called advocacy because it wasn't a money thing. It was more like I'm an expert. I'm a particular doctor in the field, and so I have something to say to you, Congressman.
Yeah.
And we're up there, and it was somebody else who he knew who was working for the NRA at the time, lobbying for them. And we were having dinner at some place, lunch at some place near the Capitol.
Okay.
And she goes, you know that Ted Kennedy was discovered having sex in that booth right over there. I'm like, I don't believe you, woman.
What do you mean he was discovered?
He got busted? Just the whole language of like, what are you talking about? Man, these are different times. So, yeah, you could be a senator. Maybe you went to Penn State.
Oh, yeah, Joe.
The frats busted for cocaine at Penn State University last week dealt out of drug rooms. So they were dealing drugs out of designated drug rooms. Or if you're going to deal drugs, you might as well do it in a room where you designate the drug dealer.
Okay, in the real world, we call
You shouldn't do it in the living room or the
safe
kitchen.
houses. There's just safe houses or trap house.
But at parties, there were designated drug rooms at the party. This just makes common sense. I mean, these people are going somewhere. And hazed freshmen, even worse than making them bag up narcotics.
Oh, that's awful.
13 members of the Sigma Chi and Delta Epsilon fraternities were arrested last week over alleged wide-scale dealing and distribution of drugs by federal authorities. However, those who studied with them said cocaine use and NDMA-fueled end-of-semester parties were well known at the $21,000 a year school where the fall semester started Monday. Of course they were well known. Who do you think they were selling the drugs to?
They had a marketing team, Joey.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in a college. You're selling drugs.
No, but what they really need, in order to get over this terrible pathology, affirmation. That's what they need. It barely scratches the surface of what's going on. It's a part of the culture at Penn State. It was normal to take cocaine at these parties, especially with freshman boys who wanted to impress their brothers and talk to girls, one sorority sister told the New York Post. To me, it felt like they were offering it to everyone at the party. You'd look around, and there would be people snorting lines of cocaine around you. It was so normalized. I'd probably end up talking about history or something.
Dude,
like the Roman Empire.
We had a friend like you in our group.
Yeah.
Yeah, we call him Socrates.
Socrates?
Sometimes we'd have to put Socrates in a closet. So we didn't have to listen to him no more. Yet he would just talk.
And especially after he did a lot of cocaine. He won't shut up.
Right.
About all the Wikipedia pages he's read. The two accused fraternity chapters were described as being at the top of the school's social scene.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah. Students pledging in 2023 were made to, quote, package the drugs into half-gram bags for sale. That's apprenticeship.
Making money, too.
One of the young men forced to take part had a relative who had graduated but was part of Sigma Chi, the Post has learned. The freshman was then hazed extra hard as a result of his connection. One of around 15 boys allegedly forced to take part. He knew the hazing process for fraternities was tough and intimidating, but never in a million years did he think it would involve bagging up and selling drugs, a source close to him said. He didn't want to say no and risk being seen as weak, especially because of his family connection inside the frat.
And he is weak.
Yeah.
If you are afraid to get up in a situation like that and remove yourself from it, do not ever blame anybody else. It's your weakness.
Amen, Eddie Bader. Amen. But no, he really just needs to be affirmed. You're right. You were put in a terrible, tough spot of peer pressure. And
you didn't have the cojones to get up and walk away.
The pledges were also allegedly forced into personal servitude for the seniors, made to run errands. Well, that's common. That's just common. Act as designated drivers. Oh, no, you got to be DD tonight. And subject to sexually themed challenges too graphic to describe. Well, boring. Too graphic to describe. What do you mean? Because I don't know what you mean now. Like it could be something horrific and disgusting.
You remember that scene in Old School with the cement bricks?
No, actually, I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen Old School.
You need to go back
I remember the streaking scene and then the KY jelly fight scene.
Yeah,
where Blue died. Yeah, I remember that one.
They would tie.
Remember the dart in the neck thing.
That's my favorite scene.
Yeah. Remember that one. Yeah, good talk to see out there. I remember that. I don't remember the...
You don't remember standing on the wall and they had brick?
Oh, my.
And they in a string and they tied?
I don't remember it, but it's starting to ring a bell.
Yeah, buddy.
Honestly, it was almost a break from some of the disgusting and degrading things they were being made to do. They were saying that the drugs, packaging the drugs, was actually a break from the degrading and disgusting things they were made to do.
Have you ever packaged drugs, Joey? It's usually a pretty clean environment.
No, I've never packaged drugs, Eddie Bader.
Usually a pretty clean environment, I've seen. Look at the pharmacy.
A second sorority girl who wished to remain anonymous was a frequent guest at their frat parties.
Wonder why?
I was a freshman, and I was so excited because they were famous and getting in, felt like a huge deal. the now senior told the Post. You didn't have to look hard to know they were selling drugs. I'm honestly surprised they weren't caught sooner. I never had to pay for any cocaine.
Of course not.
But you would have to go into a specific room to Venmo one of the guys, and they'd hand you a little bag.
Half gram.
I never had to pay for any cocaine, she said.
She's a chick, dude.
Yeah. It was done away from the rest of the house where others were just drinking, dancing, and being stupid college kids.
You know why? Because nobody wants to share their cocaine.
On-campus sources claim parties fueled by MDMA, more commonly known as Molly, were thrown at Delta Epsilon and served as enormous blowouts at the end of each semester. Invitations were sent through the messaging app GroupMe, disguised as innocent-sounding paint parties, according to a third senior belonging to a different sorority. The Molly parties were really intense, she said. Everyone would show up dressed in white, and you would have neon paint put on you. So wholesome stuff.
College party, dude.
I guess the ultraviolet lights would then make everyone look trippy. Then people who were friends with the frat boys or could be vouched for were taken into a designated room to pick up Molly. They would Venmo one of the brothers there and were given the drugs and the giant lollipop to use to stop lockjaw. It was so obvious who was high because of the giant pupils. So obvious, bro. By the way, none of this surprises me.
No, dude, it's college parties. I'm sorry.
None of it surprises me.
I mean,
I'll just say it. Freshman year, second weekend, decided to go to a rush party.
Okay.
I don't remember the frat. It was on New Row. I remember that. And started drinking the Hunch Bunch. And we felt good.
I bet you did.
More so than, like, alcohol.
Right.
And they definitely had spiked it with something. Now, luckily, nothing terrible happened to me. You just got to wonder, man. Just got to wonder.
Yep.
That one guy, Xander Dempster, 21, who's part of the Chi Pi frat, said, "It puts all fraternities here in a bad light. It's just not fair on the rest of us. We do a lot of charity work and are heavily involved in the community. Last year, we raised $18 million at Thon." Thon, if you're wondering, is a dance marathon organized by the students. And Xander kind of looks like you would suspect.
Well, it kind of reminds me what
backwards hat.
when people get caught dealing drugs and cartels and things. They're like, "Well, we give so much to the community."
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Anyway, they should just be affirmed in their behavior, right?
I've never really understood the whole Greek deal. I don't know how we incorporated that into our college curriculum, and now it's just the machine. That's all I think of when I hear that. It's just the machine.
Just the machine. Here, I'm going to hit the break early. Let's try to get Austin Branco on the line. We'll be right back, folks. More after this.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Tired of spending your weekends fighting weeds, patchy grass, and a mower that never starts? Mosley Lawn Pros is the solution. They handle residential and commercial lawn maintenance, landscaping, cleanups, and property care so you don't have to. They show up on time, do the job right, and leave your lawn looking sharp every time. Stop stressing over your yard and start loving it. When it comes to your lawn, call the crew your neighbors and local businesses trust. One call, one crew, problem solved. Mosley Lawn Pros, built on hard work, driven by quality. Find them today on Facebook or Google.
Hello, I'm Tommy Paul. I served for 19 years as the president of Alabama Farmers Cooperative, one of the largest agricultural companies in Alabama. During that time, I got to know Ron Sparks, who served as Alabama's Commissioner of Agriculture for 8 years. I've never known a public servant who displayed more courage and more willingness to stand up for the people of Alabama, even when it was against his own short-term interest, political interest, to do so. I can't imagine anyone, whether it's a farmer or anyone else who is associated or impacted by agriculture, in Alabama not supporting and voting for Ron Sparks. I'm doing so, and I ask that you give him not only your vote, but your wholehearted support in his campaign for Commissioner of Agriculture.
I'm Commissioner Ron Sparks, and I approve this message.
All the headlines the mainstream media won't touch. Your News Talk station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Folks, this part of the program brought to you by Waverly Advisors. And, of course, Waverly, formerly Invista, to this audience. Of course, think Austin Branca, think Brant McDonald, think that great team that's been helping clients with financial advice from long-term financial planning to asset management to fiduciary advice. And now that Invista has joined Waverly Advisors is, ready to help you out with the same, say, human values and the same strategies that made the folks you know so good at what they do. But now they have expanded resources and services available to their clients joining Waverly Advisors. At the heart of both firms is a commitment to advocating for clients and providing thoughtful, personalized financial guidance. So again, whether you're looking for comprehensive financial planning, investment management, and fiduciary advice, they can help you out. They believe there at Waverly, wealth management is about more than managing assets. It's about actually building lasting relationships and helping you plan a life. So it could be you're just starting out with a family. Could be you're more concerned about end-of-life matters and want to button everything up. Could be you have most of your money tied up in a small business, or you start up a nonprofit that's grown leaps and bounds and you really need some advice on how to manage that. They can help you across the board. So join them today. You can always check out Waverly Advisors. That's waverly-advisors.com, or just give them a call. Same number we've always had, 387-0094. That's 387-0094. And be sure to tell them that Joey, that fella on the radio, sent you.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Consumers still paying a little bit more for the products they like. The Fed's preferred inflation gauge shows core prices rose 3.3% annually in the month of July. The Commerce Department reported that the Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index, that's one of the ones it uses to figure overall inflation. They say overall inflation was up at 3.7% annual rate for the month. The report also showed that personal income rose 0.4%. Spending increased overall by 0.2%. Both were higher numbers than expected. Shrouded in secrecy, a visit to Moscow by CIA Director John Ratcliffe. He held talks in Moscow with his intelligence counterparts there. The Empire State Building is paying tribute to country music legend Dolly Parton, lighting up last night in pink sparkling lights. The singer passed away yesterday at the age of 80. This is SRN News.
Maybe this is you too. There is enormous frustration right now with healthcare costs. It's amazing. Healthcare costs for families in the last 20 years have almost tripled, and it just keeps getting worse. All this to say, this is why Medi-Share is so in demand right now. People are looking for alternatives, and Medi-Share is proven. And yeah, you could save thousands of dollars a year and actually like it more. Here's the number. They're easy to talk to. 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE.
My name is Amanda Klutz, and I'm a widow. You enter a different reality when you lose your husband, especially as a parent. Life insurance doesn't fix it, but it helps. With Ethos, you can get covered in minutes. No medical exams, up to $3 million in coverage, and it's all online.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Alabama Wholesale Lumber. Now open from 6 to 5. It's more than just great prices on from Trex decking to energy-efficient windows and Tamco shingles. Alabama Wholesale Lumber has it all.
Rich Thomas Weather.
We've got a fairly typical late August day today, but the rain probabilities will get a little bit better tomorrow and Friday. But for today, another sun and cloud mix with a high in the middle 90s, triple-digit heat indices again, and a fairly normal distribution of those random afternoon and evening storms today, but an increasing chance tomorrow. Could be a generous supply on Thursday and Friday of scattered storms. This as a front approaches. High temperatures generally in the lower 90s on Thursday and Friday, mid-90s over the weekend as storms start to thin out. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Back to school shopping starts now, and ASC Credit Union has you covered. Our back to school loan helps you pay for supplies, laptops, clothes, and more. Stop by your local ASC branch or apply today at yourasccu.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, here's today's top stories. A man wanted by Millbrook police in connection with a retail theft incident at Walmart has turned himself in. 61-year-old Clifford Jackson had allegedly stolen high-end lawn equipment from the Walmart on Kelly Boulevard last week. Security video showed Jackson exiting the store with a shopping cart full of items he hadn't paid for. Jackson provided a full confession after turning himself in on Tuesday. A Montgomery County man has been arrested on child sexual abuse material charges. 40-year-old Gustavo Ramirez is charged with 18 felony counts of possession with intent to disseminate child sexual abuse material. Ramirez is currently being held in the Montgomery County Detention Facility on a $500,000 bond. Alabama's state surplus property auction is now fully underway. Property no longer needed by state and federal agencies, as well as items abandoned at several airports in the southeast, are up for bid. Public viewing and inspection of the auction inventory is available at the State Distribution Center on Mobile Highway. The auction will conclude on Sunday, August 30th. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
The cost of living issues really are on the forefront of everybody's mind.
We have to focus as much as we can on controlling costs.
Alabama Power is freezing rates and requiring data centers to pay the full cost of their energy.
It's so important that the big data centers have to pay their fair share.
Alabama Power has always been incredibly responsive.
Alabama Power is not only listening, but they're leading the way and putting their customers first.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. How to find the right mortgage lender. Most of all single-family sales involve obtaining a mortgage loan to finance the sale. How do you know you have the right lender? First, always use a local lender. There is no out-of-state lender that can match the services and the interest prices your local lender can provide to you here. We have many good quality lenders to choose from here in the River Region. Some guidelines for a buyer would be: 1, can I meet face-to-face with the lender, get to know that person before I turn over all my personal information to a complete stranger? Next, depending on your needs and price range, try to get more than one option with financing to choose from. Very important to know what are all the closing costs and prepaid costs up front so I can make an informed decision on which program to use. For help with a list of top lenders, call Bo Goodson for help. Bo Goodson, 221-2883 at the Goodson Group.
This is Matt Woodham with Woodham Southside Firestone. As a businessman, you need to watch your advertising dollars. We've been using Blue Water Broadcasting for many years. Blue Water Broadcasting is the biggest bang for your buck. Blue Water Broadcasting and Woodham Southside Firestone, a great combination.
Did you know that radio is the #1 reach platform in all of media? It's true. Call us to find out how to put radio's #1 reach to work for your business. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Bader in the studio. We have our silent supervisor here as well.
That's right, cracking the whip.
And a report out of Washington, the Trump administration is preparing to revoke the business and tourism visas of up to 200,000 foreigners who have applied for or are currently seeking asylum status in the United States. If it happens, the move would be the largest single mass revocation of visas in U.S. history and likely face legal challenges. Of course, because you can't do anything, right? Unless challenged or revised, the State Department is expected to announce in the coming weeks the revocation of so-called B1 and B2 visas issued between 2016 and 2026, whose holders have sought asylum or are now seeking asylum. The action will be taken in coordination with the Department of Homeland Security. We are coordinating with DHS to identify and revoke the non-immigrant visas of foreigners who have come to the United States claiming to be short-term visitors but then file for asylum to stay here permanently, said a State Department spokesperson. The revocations would not necessarily result in their immediate deportation. Most of those with asylum cases currently pending would be recategorized but would lose their status as business or tourism travelers. That makes sense. Since President Donald Trump took office for a second term last year, his administration has steadily ramped up restrictions on visa applicants, demanding more information about their social media histories, requiring the posting of expensive bonds for the processing of visas, and outright banning the issuance of visas to citizens of certain countries. So we'll see.
Kind of curious.
We'll see if they can actually get it through the courts.
And I'm wondering what country's going to file or scream racism first.
Oh, I mean, it'll be the United States. It'll be our own people.
Right.
Now, in a social media post on Monday, Deputy Secretary of State Christopher Landau called out people who, he said, try to use tourist and business visas to get into the United States and then apply for asylum. People in the U.S. and all over the world are fed up with bogus asylum claims, Landau wrote on X. Asylum isn't supposed to be a loophole to circumvent immigration law. Amen, brother.
Right.
Landau cited the cases of a Colombian citizen who came to the U.S. in 2015 on a tourist visa and then applied for asylum. B1 visas are generally issued for business trips, and B2 visas are generally issued for tourism, family visits, or medical care. It was not immediately clear from the documents or the officials how many of these visa holders are seeking to have sought asylum or seeking or have sought asylum in the United States and will be affected by the revocations. So that's a lot of people, though.
That's a lot of people, Joe.
In the past 18 months, the State Department has revoked about 175,000 visas for people who have been convicted or accused of crimes ranging from drunken driving to rape and robbery, as well as, nice alliteration there, guys, as well as for people who have spoken out publicly against U.S. policies, particularly in the Middle East.
Again, if you are a guest, and maybe we just know this, but if you're a guest in another country, the one thing you don't do is cause trouble for that country. You're a guest.
You would think people would get that.
I mean, it's a no-brainer.
Now, the other story, and again, this is one we mentioned with Jeff Poore, but let's get into some of the details. Meta and a coalition of state attorneys general have settled a major federal case centering on allegations that the social media giant misrepresented the extent of child mental health harms caused by apps like Facebook and Instagram. I don't think they just misrepresented it. I think they were, in fact, targeting the kids.
Yeah.
They knew what they were doing.
What is their audience, dude?
The settlement was revealed in a court filing released Wednesday that details several requirements Meta must make to its apps as part of the proposed consent judgment. Those changes include daily usage limits and quote-unquote nighttime blocks for teenagers who use the company's apps, enhanced age assurance measures that would prevent children from using them, and the creation of additional tools for parents and guardians. As part of the settlement, Meta agreed to pay $16.7 billion. The state of California could receive $1.5 billion to $2.1 billion. If the court officially approves the settlement, according to an announcement by the California Attorney General, Rob Bonta.
Man, that's a chunk of change.
Texas was not part of the group settlement and agreed to a $1 billion payment separately.
Interesting.
It is interesting.
They got a better deal than I think anybody else.
Each party waived all rights to appeal this final judgment, the filing states. Meta shares rose about 1% as of early afternoon. Snap, which is subject to the broader efforts by AGs to force changes at social media companies, saw its stock sink more than 8%. I don't know. I feel like Meta got out of this.
Yeah, they did.
By just paying people off.
That's what it kills me when they say something's a crime, and a business does this crime, and they can pay their way out of it. That's not a crime. That's just a fine if you do this. It's not criminal. No one will be held accountable. If it's a crime to murder Joey, and I murder Joey, but I can buy my way out of the murder of Joey, then it wasn't a crime.
Yeah, you're probably just a government.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's that kills me.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't think it goes far enough. Like, why can't we actually, I don't know.
Hold the foot to the fire?
Yeah, because we got to have Facebook or something like that. We must have it, or else the world will end, or something along those lines.
Was the world ending 20 years ago, 30 years ago?
Yeah, the world's always been ending.
That's true. That is actually true.
Yeah, it's not that I will die, it's that the world will end.
Yeah, exactly.
But by the way, I think when you talk about like the end of time and like depending on what you believe, but like the final judgment and these sorts of things, I feel like when you die, it's going to be like that.
I hope
like
so.
You're going to be there.
I hope so.
Because you know how you fall asleep sometimes? Not anymore. Not for you. But you know how you fall asleep and it's like 10 hours go by all of a sudden? And you're like, wow, it's like time travel. Yeah.
I had one yesterday. I laid down. This is an old man in me. I laid down at 5 o'clock. Told Susanna, come get me if I'm still asleep in an hour. I woke up at 6 o'clock. She hadn't come upstairs yet, but I didn't know what day it was, know what time it was. It was light out. It was 6 o'clock. But it's 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. I mean, I went into full panic mode for a few minutes. Then I realized, oh, yeah, I just took a nap.
Just careful. You might wake up and it's the end times and you're going to have to face your maker. Bill Gates, who he's definitely, I hope he's going to have to face his maker.
Yes.
Bill Gates, the billionaire co-founder of Microsoft, which, by the way, is a good nickname from that boy from North Carolina.
Have we heard any updates on him?
About the guy with the world's smallest penis?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I haven't searched for that. It was kind
I'm
of
just curious if he's still having to wear a diaper. That to me, that would be the success or failure of the operation.
I can look real quick.
I
can
appreciate
put
it.
it.
I mean, you put something like that in our heads and then you don't do a follow-up story. What do we do? We don't
I
know
had a
anything.
few people asking,
I
like,
bet.
no, I'm not seeing
Nothing,
any
huh?
updates. I just put in North Carolina micro penis.
Wow, I can't believe that popped right up.
Yeah. But anyway, that's a good nickname for that guy, Microsoft. He's, of course, been raising awareness, reduce social stigma.
No, he hasn't.
And highlight the daily functional challenges of the condition. Yeah, because this guy publicly talked about his thing and had an operation. Now, other guys with the same condition don't feel the stigma.
Yeah, they do.
And I have a wonder, like, is that just a social stigma? Again, what in the world is with the affirmation thing? It's one thing to have sympathy for this fella, maybe even
We
empathize
do
a
have
little
sympathy
bit.
for him, but
It's also, I mean, in what you just got to laugh. Anyway, Microsoft, we don't have any updates on him, but Bill Gates, the billionaire co-founder of Microsoft, is loudly warning that artificial intelligence poses a grave threat to jobs and human life. You threatening us, Bill Gates?
I thought...
And urgently addressing the risks should be the world's top priority.
Is he just now getting in this?
In an hour-long interview with the New York Times last week, Mr. Gates said the tech industry was knowingly downplaying those threats because there was too much money on the line. Really, Bill Gates? That's a novel theory. Just all this feels like he is threatening us, folks. But he goes on, he says, in private, people who understand how good this stuff is and how much better it's getting, they're very worried, Gates said. But few tech executives, Mr. Gates said, are willing to publicly admit that. They're now saying to each other, hey, man, don't say that. It's bad for us. The next $1 trillion we're trying to raise. So Bill Gates is the canary in the coal mine here?
I just don't see that. I'm
I don't
sorry.
either.
I cannot believe
I
that
feel like
canary.
this is just a big threat.
Yeah.
From Bill.
I think you're right.
On Wednesday, Mr. Gates published a nearly 6,000-word essay on his personal website, laying out his concerns about AI and offering solutions such as new taxes and bans.
New taxes?
He said he was motivated to speak now because recent improvements in AI had far surpassed his expectations and because the industry had ignored technology milestones, like AI's escaping the control of its creators or making recipes for bioweapons that it once said would warrant more caution. By the way, all those instances with ChatGPT, with OpenAI, with Anthropic, and with Meta themselves, how the AI got out of its sandbox and actually got on the internet and hacked a bunch of companies, did some pretty amazing stuff that even surprised its creators. It all goes back to one Israeli security company who is the main go-to for all these companies to check the security of their new models.
Interesting.
Guess what the name of that Israeli security company is that checks, that does like these stress tests on these new AI models? Guess what the name of it is?
What?
Irregular. So you're telling me all these recent escapes from the lab are from a company called Irregular?
Joey, that's right up there with, what's your favorite water? Isn't it Evian?
I do like Evian, yes.
Which is naive.
Yeah.
Backwards.
Yeah. It's good, though.
See? Idiocracy, Joey.
I don't truly think that The Undertaker is really The Undertaker.
Really?
But I am a mark for The Undertaker. Like every time that gong goes and the lights go out and the smoke and the purple and the lightning and
what's
stuff,
going down.
I'm a kid again.
Yeah.
Just saying it's kind of that way with Evian, too.
Naivete.
Mm-hmm. On Wednesday, Mr. Gates published that 6,000-word essay, New Taxes, Bans. He said he was motivated to speak now because of these recent improvements. They just had full speed ahead and hoping the good outweighs the bad, Gates said. Gates, who's 70 now, is the latest in a string of tech luminaries to call out the risk of AI as the industry spends trillions of dollars on new data centers and as young AI companies edge towards some of the largest initial public offerings in history. He is taking his stand as he emerges from an extended period of scandal. Earlier this year, the release of the sexual predator Jeffrey Epstein's emails brought renewed attention to Mr. Gates' interaction with him.
Not only that, but the whole, what happened to his ex-wife? Bill Gates' ex-wife?
What happened?
She got a venereal disease from him.
Oh, yeah, there was that, too.
Yeah.
No, and that was in the Epstein files. Yeah.
And maybe COVID had something to do with him trying to cover all that up?
But this guy's going to warn us about the dangers of AI. Are you threatening us, Bill Gates? Let's go to Papa B. Hey, Papa B, how you doing?
Okay, so Bill Gates brought his work home with him.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did.
Bill Gates.
Yeah, he's literally warning about bioterrorism, and he's trying to. Isn't that what you did to your wife, Bill?
Exactly.
I don't really have much of this guy. He's the one. He's like a, one of the globalists that says that there should only be 500 million of us on the planet at a time.
And he's one
in
of
other
them.
words, if there's, he'll be one of them. But I mean, I don't think there's much hope for us. He's so Joey, you might make it. I don't know, but me and Eddie, we
we're
ain't
out.
got a prayer.
We're out.
Yeah, we're out.
Where are we going?
So wherever
future.
they send us to, but they don't make any bones about it either. They're out there saying it. They want 8.5 billion gone somehow or other. But anyway, and micro penis man. I mean, I was wondering if there was a reason for me to call in today.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, micro penis man comes back in the news.
Yeah.
You're looking for the same follow-up that we are.
The swelling should have been gone down by now. Right. We want to know if the surgery worked.
So micro penis man says, "Excuse me while I whip out my magnifying glass."
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just want to hear if it was a success.
I don't think. Some people just need to
Hey, man.
learn how to shut up.
Hey, man, why you got binoculars in your bathroom?
So I was wondering, like you got these people talking about overturning the Constitution type stuff, in the Senate, the presidency, that kind of stuff. And Eddie, excuse me if I'm wrong here, but doesn't the military swear to uphold the Constitution?
Yes, sir.
Isn't that what they do?
Yes, sir.
Well, so at what point, does somebody saying something like that and actually trying to do something like that turn into sedition, Joey?
Immediately, if not sooner.
They're trying to overturn the Constitution.
Yep.
You tell me, Joey, at what point?
Isn't this what they've been doing for a long time, though?
Well, yeah.
Good point.
So, that is a good point, actually. Every now and then you do make a good one.
Man, it's just like there's the Constitution on paper, but then there's, the Constitution in the minds of the courts and the people,
right,
including the military.
By the way, I didn't need those binoculars. I knew you sent them to me, saying it really worked.
Yeah.
I didn't need them to begin with,
Right.
whatever.
Right.
I just, I really think that, sooner or later, people that start talking about tearing down the Constitution, well, what should be done? Are we going to have a 1776 moment with some of these folks?
Maybe. I have a sense, and this has
history,
been my prediction for a while, and I actually stick by it. I don't necessarily hope for it. I think we are heading to something like a king. Now, I don't think it'll be like God made me king, or because I'm the right family, I'm king.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be more something like what people would call Bonapartism, but it'll be an elected president, and it'll be somebody so popular that essentially acts like, the left loves, there's this thing on the New York Times op-ed page that Trump the monarch now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, Trump ain't a monarch. He's not even the most powerful president in the last several times, like with his executive authority. But no, I think we're just heading, because it's such a logjam in Washington, D.C., and there's so much apathy and exhaustion, a mix of both, out in the population with politics and not solving problems, that if you don't solve this problem, say in the next generation, next 10, 20 years, I could see folks saying, you know what, I don't like red, I don't like blue, I like purple. I like somebody that could get something done. And I don't want somebody who's some bloody tyrant hanging people in the streets. I want somebody that just does his work correctly. And I'm tired of these fake politics. I don't know. I think that's...
I can see that.
And think about the technology and how much it would allow for some sort of power like that.
The only problem with that is currently now, I can't think of anyone I would trust in that position.
What about Microsoft?
Yeah, well, maybe. He's got although he might have a...
That's an unfortunate name. Real unfortunate name, I swear.
He might have an axe to grind. I don't know if he should be in that spot.
The one thing that, I think, a very strong, potentate type of, leader that just kind of can bypass everybody. Maybe that is where it is going to go, but it won't be a Republican type. It won't be a conservative.
No, and I don't think it'll be strictly a progressive. I think it would be, something that is actually based out of this new philosophy that you see in tech, and maybe some old school philosophies that just haven't been talked about in a long time.
Before we get there, though, I want a new type of weapon that can shoot and kill a robot. Something like an EM pulse type thing.
A bucket of water.
A squirt gun?
Yeah, pretty much.
Rapid fire squirt gun?
Yeah.
Well, okay. If it works, fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, listen, thanks for letting me call in.
Appreciate you, Bobby. Glad we gave you a reason to call. Hey, bro. Hey, man, why you got a squirt gun in your bathroom?
You never know, Joe.
The robots, man.
The robots, brother.
I don't want to be sitting on the toilet and have to deal with it.
I wouldn't put water in it. I'd probably put chlorine and...
Oh, you put something corrosive in there?
Chlorine and brake fluid.
Okay. 272-9228. That's 334-272-9228. While Mr. Gates avoided criticizing Microsoft or other companies by name, he argued that he was uniquely positioned to work on the AI issue. He is a technologist and industry insider who is no longer driven by the profit incentives of running a company. Yeah, but, because greed and avarice are only a monetary phenomenon, right?
Exactly right.
There's no people that, it's not like people can be proud about trying to save the world.
Or destroy it.
Maybe to save it, we got to destroy it.
Uh-huh.
And he has spent decades addressing inequality through his philanthropic foundation.
I'm still as broke as I've ever been, so he ain't done nothing for me.
The irony of innovation lover is scared and says we're not ready and we're crossing thresholds. Maybe it's even more poignant, he said.
Or maybe he's just old and in the way.
Mr. Gates said technological advances had truly stunned him 3 times. In 1980, when he first saw a graphical user interface, a GUI, which led to the modern personal computer. In 2022, when the leaders of OpenAI came to his house to demonstrate what would soon become ChatGPT. And this year, when he looked closely at the advances being made by Claude Code, Anthropic's AI tool. Coding, Mr. Gates said, is the subject he knows best, and Claude's ability shocked him. The idea that now these things are in a meaningful sense better than I am is like, what the hell, said Gates.
Tell us much.
Technological breakthroughs in the past created more jobs and they eliminated, Mr. Gates said, but he is in disbelief that industry boosters say that will happen again this time. The AI era, quote, is utterly, absolutely, completely, totally different, he said. He acknowledged that this unpopular opinion in tech circles was a hell of a claim, and I'm staking everything I know everything, saying, are you kidding? He said mass job losses, if not addressed, were inevitable because of AI. It would spread across the economy and leave little room for one industry to absorb the refugees from another. The biggest tech companies in the world, including Microsoft, are racing to help corporate customers adopt AI, which could replace many workers. Mr. Gates said that companies were just responding to market incentives, but that those incentives might conflict with what was best for society. Oh, really? That old chestnut.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just, the whole time of reading this, are you threatening me, Bill Gates? But, he's got a solution. He proposed a new tax on AI, known as a token tax, to make it more expensive to replace people. Really? So it already takes in a ridiculous amount of energy.
Yeah.
You just want to make that more expensive. It's like taxing gas.
Yeah.
Because taxing gas made people drive less, right?
It does make them drive less, and the speed limit.
Sure. Sure it does.
55, stay alive.
Mm-hmm. And it makes the road so smooth.
Oh, so much.
And safer.
Yes.
It makes them so much safer.
And drivers more aware.
Of course, a token is a basic unit of AI computing. The idea of taxing it has gained some traction, including on Wall Street, as a way to increase the cost of using machines instead of human labor.
Also, there's money to be made from someone like Wall Street because they're going to need a clearinghouse to run that money through.
Some jobs, Mr. Gates said, should be prohibited from being replaced by AI, an idea he called human reserved. Are you threatening us, Bill Gates? What sort of creepy name is that?
Can you think of some jobs you wouldn't want AI to do?
Yeah, fair enough, but it's just that name, human reserved. Sounds like you're keeping human beings in barrels or something.
As a man of a certain age, I don't want him to be my doctor. I don't know.
What do you mean by the certain age comment?
Well, after a man becomes a certain age, there's more looking under the hood that the doctor does. More intrusive, and I would rather a human do that than a robot.
That's your big concern out of all this? Of everything we just read? That's your big concern, that a robot's going to have to give you a prostate exam?
That's one of them, yeah. I'm sorry you're so comfortable with it. I'm not.
Might be, in fact, more accurate.
Maybe, but what about the human side of things?
I don't think you want a real human side in that sort of situation. I think you want it to be very
cold robot hand.
Actually, I think you do want it to be very cold and distant. Those occasions need to be very procedural.
I appreciate a good hand on the shoulder and telling me things will be fine.
You have people attacking the person who's the most open about the downsides, Mr. Gates said. Along with global health issues, Mr. Gates vowed to make his AI concern part of every conversation he had with world leaders. I only have 2 issues where I'm going to say, please think more about this, please care more about this, he said. Saying finally, I don't like to bring bad news to people, and I don't like saying that innovation may be a net negative, but that's where we are. Mm-hmm. Sure. So, I don't know. I don't trust that guy.
No.
I mean, maybe he's onto something. I'm not saying his arguments just because he's the messenger are necessarily wrong. Could be hell.
No, but I don't trust that guy.
Yeah.
I just have no trust for him.
Now, let's go to another person a lot of people don't trust, but who just made a big deal. Elon Musk.
Muskie?
Yeah, did you see what SpaceX will do? SpaceX to build a $100 billion rocket launch facility on Louisiana's coast.
Oh, I like that. On the far stretch of the coast.
Unprecedented project that promises to forever transform a quiet strip of Vermilion Parish.
There ain't nothing else out there, man.
It's marshland into one of the busiest aerospace hubs on Earth as part of an effort to launch thousands of satellites into orbit and a broader mission to someday reach Mars. SpaceX officials said Tuesday they will build 5 launch pads, a mission control center, office buildings, power plants, a propellant factory, and employee housing on a tract of coastal land abutted by wildlife refuges some 50 miles south of Lafayette. The facility, which will employ thousands of workers, will be larger than SpaceX's 3 other launch sites, including its Starbase headquarters near Brownsville, Texas. And Musk plans to move fast, with the construction starting in 2027 and the first rocket taking off in 3 years. Musk, the world's richest man, made the announcement in a pre-recorded video at an invitation-only gathering hosted by Governor Jeff Landry. More than 450 elected officials, business leaders, lawyers, and lobbyists crowded into a reception hall on Magdalen Square in Abbeville, the Vermilion Parish seat for the Tuesday event. In the video, Musk is shown stepping out of a helicopter at the coastal site where he's greeted by Landry and several SpaceX officials. This is going to be fantastic for Louisiana, Musk said in a video, which he recorded during a secret visit to the area earlier this month. The project, to be called Starbase Louisiana, will be key to launching serious tonnage into orbit. I think it's going to be totally exciting for Louisiana.
You're not going to have people complain about the rocket noise. You're not going to have the EPA up people's butt about the rockets and the fuels.
That's part of the deal.
Yeah. So, yeah, I could see that Louisiana. You bet. They know how to make some money over there. You want to buy some swampland, Joey?
Yeah, and it looks like SpaceX has agreed to hire at least 3,000 workers and create additional 8,000 or so construction and spinoff jobs at least. And they're going to be doing essentially like a storm protection for the marshlands and try to revitalize the marshlands. Yeah, protection, restoration, and stewardship. Fascinating.
There ain't nothing else down there. Once you go
south,
a
huge deal.
Yeah,
right
once
there.
you go south of I can't even think of the city now. But where we go deep sea fishing, there's nothing else there. It's literally the end of the road.
Yeah.
Oil workers and helicopters flying back and forth to the oil rigs, about all you ever see.
Anyway, we got to hit a break.
But
that's your little tech update. I don't know. I guess I trust Elon more than Bill Gates, but lately it's just like, at least Elon makes rockets. What does Bill Gates do now?
Nothing that I really like. I don't appreciate.
Anyway, we'll be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
You want your floors to scream new, fresh, and stylish. But if yours are groaning, tired, old, and outdated, you're in luck. Because at Prattville Carpet, you can revitalize your floors while you save on the best brands available with perfect and professional installation and Prattville's unbeatable lifetime warranty.
Hi, I'm Ray Bowles from Prattville Carpet. If you're looking for carpet, hardwood, laminate, vinyl plank, or ceramic tile, call us today for your free measurement.
Start shopping for your floors right now at PrattvilleCarpet.com.
Prattville Carpet, we're more than just carpet.
This is your roving reporter, and today I'm talking with a political activist.
That's right, man.
And could you please explain to us your red cap with the letters MMRGA?
Yeah, man, this is my MARGA hat.
MARGA?
Yeah, man, that stands for Make My Retirement Great Again.
I see.
And to do that, what you need to do is call David Ernest,
the asset preservationist.
That's right, man. You can call David at 833-596-7233. That's 833-596-SAFE.
And I understand that's a toll-free number.
Yeah, man. Get David Ernest on the case, and your retirement will be great again.
And you make these hats?
I do. Here's a whole pile left from the last administration.
And they say CPWABD.
Yeah, man. Corn Pop was a bad dude.
And as you said, there's a whole pile here.
Well, there wasn't much demand.
I can dig it.
Beyond the Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Shane Butler. Growing up in Elmore County.
I grew up here. I lived here as a kid. I experienced the weather here. So I have knowledge that goes way back. You know, I experienced my first tornado as a kid. I was probably about 11 years old and eclectic. Writing that out and experiencing that really gave me the passion about weather. We made it through it, and it gave me an experience that I'll carry in a lifetime.
Shane Butler, part of the Action 8 Weather Team, your weather authority.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368. An equal housing lender.
Tired of spending your weekends fighting weeds, patchy grass, and a mower that never starts? Mosley Lawn Pros is the solution. They handle residential and commercial lawn maintenance, landscaping, cleanups, and property care so you don't have to. They show up on time, do the job right, and leave your lawn looking sharp every time. Stop stressing over your yard and start loving it. When it comes to your lawn, call the crew your neighbors and local businesses trust. One call, one crew, problem solved. Mosley Lawn Pros, built on hard work, driven by quality. Find them today on Facebook or Google.
Trust is the number one reason why a patient chooses a healthcare provider. Adams Drugs has been your trusted healthcare provider since 1962 and has been voted the number one pharmacy in the River region for many years. We strive each and every day to provide you the level of healthcare you have come to expect from Adams Drugs. The employees at Adams Drugs take pride in developing relationships with their patients. From making sure your prescriptions are filled correctly, to getting to know you and your family's needs, and following up on any questions you may have, Adams Drugs employees deliver top-notch service. We ask you to visit us at any of our locations in Montgomery, Prattville, Wetumpka, Millbrook, and Pine Level Marbury and give us a chance to earn your business. You can find us at adamsdrugs.net for the location that is nearest to you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Maybe you're doing well in sales, but you're ready for something bigger. At Blue Water Broadcasting, you'll help local businesses grow with customized marketing campaigns that combine the reach of 7 radio stations with powerful digital solutions. We're looking for someone who enjoys meeting people, earning their trust, and delivering results. If you're driven, professional, and ready to build a career, not just another sales job, we should talk. Visit BlueWaterBroadcasting.com and send me your resume today. Blue Water Broadcasting, local folks helping local business.
Rich Thomas Weather, a service of Riverside Chevrolet Wetumpka. If it's Chevy, it's Riverside. Best price, best selection. Check them out on the web at riversideusa.net.
Rich Thomas Weather.
We've got a fairly typical late August day today, but the rain probabilities will get a little bit better tomorrow and Friday. But for today, another sun and cloud mix with a high in the middle 90s, triple-digit heat indices again, and a fairly normal distribution of those random afternoon and evening storms today, but an increasing chance tomorrow. Could be a generous supply on Thursday and Friday of scattered storms. This as a front approaches. High temperatures generally in the lower 90s on Thursday and Friday, mid-90s over the weekend as storms start to thin out. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
We get Montgomery talking 24 hours a day. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Listening
To Joey Clark.
Joey Clark.
It's Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go right to the phones and talk to East of the Rockies. Hey, East, how you doing?
Hey, Joey. I'm enjoying the conversation this afternoon, but I've got a couple of questions. Number one, if the AI data centers are going to be taxed, is that going to drive them offshore or up into space and to be immune from that?
I don't know if you could actually even be immune by relocating it with that sort of tax, because the tax would just be assigned to the actual virtual token. But I think what is coming is down the road are the more orbital data centers and people that are banking on the ones in our own backyard to actually bring a lot of wealth. Be careful.
Yep. Anything you tax, you get less of. The other question I had for you is that if we allow a dictator like the Romans did, I mean, we've already got citizens acting like Diocletian. How is that going to help liberty, man? I mean, that is intolerable to me. The very idea, the discussion of it, that we're going to give somebody like Caesar power, hoping that we can stab him in the Senate later on. I mean, what is that, man?
I think it would have to be like the things are just have gone so wrong and have been so frustrated. And you could have somebody that says, yeah, I'm still going to protect the First Amendment. I'm still going to protect all these different liberties that y'all hold true. It's just we're not going to do the checks and balances game has actually degraded your liberty. Now, I can see your point that you're skeptical of that, and I think the most folks, let's say in your generation, would agree with you, and I think most folks, even in my generation, Eddie's generation, would agree with you. I'm just saying, down the road, if things continue to be dysfunctional,
and especially with anything done,
especially with the pace of technology,
I
could just see somebody be a very charismatic, popular figure, and it could be like a bloody tyrant, and. I mean, you got to hold out. Like, not every king in history was awful. The problem with monarchy and the problem with kings and emperors is what happens when you need the next one. It's more a succession problem.
Well, and that would be my thought here is if you had somebody that says, okay, I'm going to do this for the next 2 to 4 years, well, you're really just going to have another president.
Right.
And
the problem is you find the person who's your Aragorn. You find the person who is this great king. And all of a sudden,
you're going to kill him at the stake before it's over with. I mean, that's the other part of it. It doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter. He could be the best person in the world, but his own people are going to kill him.
Well, and essentially, if we get to a time to put it this way, if I could, East, when men start doing whatever is right in their own eyes, we will have judges brought upon us. And they will never be perfect. In fact, they'll be deeply imperfect.
Yep.
Well, I mean, the thing I would want us to consider is everybody knows who Cincinnatus is and what he achieved. I mean, he was a dictator for a short time, then he went home to his farm. But the vast number of the dictators in the Roman Empire were savages.
Oh, absolutely.
And to me, that's all we've got to look forward to, brother.
Well, that's usually what happens. I hate saying it, but usually the stronger and the more savage rise to the top.
I don't know. I'm just thinking of it in long-term history. Like, you have these cycles, and let's just be honest. My basic point of view is this, is I think you can have tyranny in any system, and you could actually have liberty in any system. I think you could have elected legislators and voting population and all this stuff, and it'd be very tyrannical, and you could have a king who actually upholds liberty. It's just, that's why I believe the founders took all forms of simple government, monarchy, oligarchy, and democracy, and put them into one to kind of check one another.
Keep each other
and that's the secret sauce, truly. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. It ain't happening tomorrow.
Most of the people that signed the Magna Carta ended up dead anyway, right?
Right. Yeah, absolutely right. And
Yeah. Well, this guy's not going to allow a dictator in my United States. So that's just the way that's going to be.
well, it seems like,
I'm
did
gonna
you
get
vote
a
for Trump?
shovel
Because he
and a
already
rifle.
is one.
Did you vote for Trump?
Go read the New York Times
king.
opinion section. He's clearly a king.
Okay, whatever. Hey, you guys have a great afternoon. Have a good weekend if I don't talk to you again.
You too, Ish.
Appreciate
See you, brother.
Look at all the gold he's put up. Of course
Obvious.
he's a monarch.
Have you seen his toilet? It's gold.
Mm-hmm.
Gold.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
I saw his wife the other day. She's golden.
Melania?
Yeah, with her hair. Hair looks great, man. It's on point.
Yeah, she was helping out the foster kids.
Yes.
Yes.
Is that what you were doing? I just noticed the hair.
Yeah, she was putting together. This is a novel idea. Let's find foster kids and give them money to go to college.
Genius.
Yeah, I'm like, wait,
Is this a new idea?
This hasn't been done before.
Is this new?
We are building the new generation of leaders.
I'll tell you this. I feel more comfortable with her saying it than some other people in the past.
Mhm.
I'll say that.
By the way, of late,
Yeah.
especially because I can't do Lindsey Graham anymore. It's just maybe I'll find another way to do that voice where it isn't about
the ghost.
Yeah. Oh my God, down the road, maybe the ghost of Lindsey
Yeah.
Graham. But right now it's too soon. Darlene, his sister, actually winning that election.
I can't believe she won, Joey.
So because I can't do the Lindsey Graham voice anymore, I think my new favorite might be Melania.
Really?
Because it's just so you can talk about so much in that way. It's a lot of
You
fun
got
to
to
do.
touch your hair out when you do it, though. I can't see Melania in that.
Well, the classic Melania line is when her best friend supposedly recorded their phone conversations.
Oh, yes.
And she was complaining about how I'd work my ass off for Christmas and Christmas decorations, and nobody cares. Nobody cares.
I cared.
Mm-hmm.
She just didn't
And it
ask
was
the
a very
right people.
classy Christmas.
I thought it was too. But what hasn't she done that hasn't been really classy? I mean, they dog her out for everything, but she's a pretty classy woman, pretty smart.
Yeah.
Very intelligent.
I don't know.
Easy on
People
the
will
eye.
find something to complain about.
Don't I know it?
Anyway, we'll be right back
right.
after this break. First, though.
Yeah.
First, this part of the program. In fact, the entire hour brought to you by Alabama Home Mortgage.
That's right, Joey.
And they're at Alabama Home Mortgage. Kim Williams and Madeline Cannon are ready to help you with, buying a home.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it's your first rodeo. Or maybe it's not your first time and you went with some big internet company or some big bank.
Oh, you learned your lesson.
And you felt like a number.
Yep.
You felt like you weren't getting the best deal. But
Like
I mean,
it
you
didn't
still
even
went
matter.
through with it, but you kind of in hindsight go, daggum.
Yeah.
Why not go with a great local company like Alabama Home Mortgage where they're going to get you the best possible deal, where you ain't just a number, you're a person. You're a person that's truly trying to help.
Yep.
And they can walk you through that home buying process. It all starts with pre-approval. Do not skip that step. Don't skip pre-approval and don't use online mortgage calculators. Don't use all the free crap that isn't actually free. It's trying to get you to pay a lot more.
Right.
Instead, get pre-approval there at Alabama Home Mortgage, and they'll walk with you every step of the way, all the way to closing day. And, of course, they can also help you with a great refinance deal. You got a lot of equity built up. Maybe you want to reinvest in your house. Maybe you want to help out the kids, the grandkids.
It's your equity. It's your money.
Maybe you want to go on that dream vacation.
I know I do.
Maybe you want to get debt off your back, like credit card debt.
Yeah. Especially the interest rates they got going.
Mm-hmm. So check them out today. That's Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. That's 567-4223. Or you can always apply online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. There is a difference in mortgage companies. Let Kim and Madeline prove that to you today. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender. Hopefully Michael Cohen on the other side.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
From weddings and concerts to cookouts and construction sites, TT Porta Toilets has been serving Central Alabama for over 30 years. Whether you need standard portable toilets with wash stations or upscale restroom trailers for special events, the Tierce family has the right solution for every occasion. So when you're planning your next big event or project, make it easy on yourself. Call 285-5513 or visit ttportatoilet.com. TT Porta Toilets. Clean, convenient, dependable.
A new year brings new opportunities, and right now the market is starting to shift.
Interest rates are beginning to come down, which means more buying power and more options for buyers who've been waiting.
If you're thinking about buying a home, this could be the moment to take that next step.
And whether you're buying, selling, or investing, having experience on your side matters more than ever.
At Hannah and Eddie Realty Group, we're also growing our team.
If you're an experienced agent ready to make a difference in this market and want to be part of a team that values knowledge, support, and results, call Hannah and Eddie Realty Group, where opportunity meets experience.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
Capital City Roofing. Capital City Roofing. For over 20 years we provided roofing without compromise. When you want yours built right, it's always best to capitalize. Again and again, folks have called 277-3311. Capital City Roofing. Roofs built right, relationships built to last.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
If it concerns your community, you'll hear about it on News Talk 93.1. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. And let's jump right to the phones. Welcome back to the show. Michael Cohen with Cohen's Electronics and Appliances. Hey, Michael, how are you? I believe today is your birthday.
Today is my birthday. I'm old.
You're not old. You're just classic. Yeah.
Classic. Okay, classic. So, yeah. I'm on my way back from Nashville. I spent a couple of days up there with the buying group, and got some great deals on some Samsung model television.
Nice.
Some of them are some last year models, but there are some great deals, and I should have those real soon to offer to everybody.
Right, and folks, once those arrive, you got to go see them in person.
Oh, definitely.
Because you can see the ads, you can check it out online, but like when you see, say, that brand new TV in person, it really
those 100+ inches, man. Those are huge TVs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was told by one of the reps for Samsung that he's got a dealer in Nashville that's putting 6 of the 115-inch TVs in one house.
Holy cow!
That's $30,000 a piece.
That's money.
And that doesn't count all of the lighting and the other audio and the other televisions.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he had to build a separate theater room so he could watch his movie and his wife could watch the other one.
Probably best way to do that. Yeah.
Probably.
Probably.
And then something that big and that bright, you won't even have to have lights in the bedroom.
No.
You'll just turn that on and you can see everything.
Everything.
Yeah. Well, maybe not everything.
Eddie, I've been telling this guy, Eddie Baker, to watch his tone. Like, he's just been creeping me out of late.
Nothing with you guys.
Because you've been saying a lot of things.
Sadly, our minds are right there. We just try to be quiet more.
Well, folks, y'all get by Cohen's Electronics and Appliances today. Of course, you can always go to thinkcohens.com, but I encourage you to stop by 2515 Eastern Boulevard here in Montgomery. They're open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 4 on Saturdays.
Yes.
And find Michael and be like, hey, heard you on that radio show with Joey and Eddie.
Oh, and on another note, I would like to thank everybody that has reached out by call and text and email and with the thoughts and prayers for my dad and our family.
Yes, sir.
It's very sweet.
Yes, sir.
Thank y'all.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Michael. God bless, sir.
See you, brother.
Yeah, and I would say, folks, keep the prayers going
Yeah,
for the
definitely.
full family.
Definitely.
We got to hit our top of the hour break,
All right.
and we have an extra. Now, our silent supervisor has been here, and he's been keeping tabs on us.
Pretty much.
He's been watching out for us. He's
He's
on
been-
top
he's
of, by
been
the
giving
way,
me the
this,
evil eye, so yeah.
this whole Paramount deal. He's been really informing me on it. But we have another person joining us in studio. I believe her name is Jessie Lynn.
Jessie.
So y'all stay tuned.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Meta agreed today to pay $17 billion. It adds stronger child safety measures to its Facebook and Instagram platforms as part of a landmark legal settlement that ended a trial over teen social media addiction and settled claims filed by 47 states. The Fed's preferred inflation gauge shows core prices rose 3.3% annually in the month of July. The Commerce Department reports that its personal consumption expenditures price index increased a seasonally adjusted 0.2% for the month. That put the annual inflation rate at 3.7%. The Empire State Building paying its tribute to the country music legend Dolly Parton, who passed away yesterday at the age of 80. Last night, lighting up in pink, sparkling lights, the singer died after a short bout with cancer. On Wall Street right now, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is down 141 points. This is SRN News.
Maybe this is you too. There is enormous frustration right now with healthcare costs. It's amazing. Healthcare costs for families in the last 20 years have almost tripled. And it just keeps getting worse. All this to say, this is why MediShare is so in demand right now. People are looking for alternatives, and MediShare is proven. And yeah, you could save thousands of dollars a year and actually like it more. Here's the number. They're easy to talk to. 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by Montgomery Paint and Body. From little fender benders to total body repair, MPB will fix it good as new, maybe better. For 4 decades, the Turner family has been getting you back on the road. Call 279-7325.
We've got a fairly typical late August day today, but the rain probabilities will get a little bit better tomorrow and Friday. But for today, another sun and cloud mix with a high in the middle 90s, triple-digit heat indices again, and a fairly normal distribution of those random afternoon and evening storms today, but an increasing chance tomorrow. Could be a generous supply on Thursday and Friday of scattered storms. This as a front approaches. High temperatures generally in the lower 90s on Thursday and Friday, mid-90s over the weekend as storms start to thin out. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
When the heat hits in the river region, don't wait. If your AC quits, Hands Heating and Air offers same-day service, or your diagnostic charge is free with their Comfort a Day or You Don't Pay guarantee, plus 24/7 service with no overtime charges.
1819 News.
Democrat Congresswoman Terry Sewell is calling a Trump administration executive order an attack on democracy. This comes after the U.S. Supreme Court cleared the way for the executive order to be implemented ahead of the midterm elections. That executive order involves the U.S. Postal Service, the Department of Homeland Security, and the Social Security Administration all working together to identify eligible voters who can receive a mail-in ballot. These ballots are not to be delivered to anyone who is not eligible to vote in a federal election. Sewell says that President Trump is making this decision because he's terrified of losing in November and is trying to make it harder for Americans to vote. Sewell posted all of this on social media, saying it's shameful that the U.S. Supreme Court would allow this executive order to go forward. She maintains that mail-in ballots are safe and secure. I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Mark your calendar for November 6th. The Albert Patterson Gala returns to the Barber Motorsports Museum featuring United States Senator Tommy Tuberville. We've sold out 2 years running and tables are already filling for 2026. If you believe in a thriving Alabama built on truth, courage, and accountability, this is your night. Don't miss your chance. Visit 1819news.com/gala. That's 1819news.com/gala to get your table today.
A municipal election was held this past Tuesday in Gadsden with the incumbent mayor, Craig Ford, returning to office. Ford received 67% of the vote to his opponent, Thomas Worth's 32%, according to ABC 3340 News. A Fairhope man pleaded guilty in federal court this past Tuesday to embezzling $800,000 from his employer. Gregory Anderson worked as an office manager for a soil testing company. Anderson was also receiving disability benefits from the Social Security Administration. In fact, he was receiving overpayments despite his ability to work. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Every occasion deserves great food, amazing drinks, and an atmosphere worth remembering. Welcome to 243 South in the heart of historic downtown Prattville. From lunch and dinner to weekend brunch and happy hour, 243 South brings Southern hospitality and elevated dining together under one roof. And there's even more. The Ember Parlor is 243 South's newest addition, a rentable event space perfect for your next party, private gathering, or celebration. Plus, don't forget about 243 South's catering menu and delivery options. 243 South, come hungry and stay a while.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Bowen Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
That's how you conduct yourself in a democracy.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Bader in the studio with us.
Buddy.
And joining us the third, we have Jesse Lynn.
That's
Jesse,
right.
how are you?
I'm good. I'm a lot better this week than I was about 4:30 this time last week.
Yeah, we were hearing about some of the details off air, and I'm just glad you're in one piece.
Yeah, I'm glad you're feeling so much better.
I'm glad I'm among the land of the living because Wednesday night into Friday, and thank goodness for Prattville Baptist Hospital. They
Good
were
deal.
excellent, took good care of me. But
Excellent.
Sepsis and major infection are no laughing matter and no fun. So, yeah, you know.
Well, let's go back and review.
Oh,
'cause
dear.
You said something earlier that kind of caught my attention.
Oh, dear.
You were here about a week ago, and when you were here, we had a great time.
We had a great time.
Everything was good, but
Yeah.
within 24 hours?
It wasn't even that. I made it home and immediately started getting sick about 4:30.
I don't remember exactly what we were talking about, but we could have been shooting the crap pretty good in here. And
Yeah,
maybe
I might have gotten
might
a
have got
little
some
dose of my own
that.
medicine.
Yeah. Could have.
But people mostly get psychosomatic diseases from me, though, not like
Not
under. It's,
actual physical
That and restraining
sickness.
orders, they get that.
That and restraining
Well, that goes hand in hand, psychosomatic restraining order. But I think what you should do is perhaps take a trip to Maine, to a particular place in Maine.
To Maine, huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
What's in Maine?
Next month, dairy brand Stonyfield Organic
Okay.
is launching their first ever organic cow spa in Maine, where for $120, guests can go beyond cuddling with cows. They can channel their inner bovine themselves. Think fresh air, sunshine, drinkable grass, and hoof care.
I don't know about the grass, but I wouldn't mind hanging out
And
with
this
the cow.
guy, by the way, has been doing mani-pedis.
I did. I petted.
I know.
Pedicure,
I got
today.
I got the inaugural photo of
Yeah.
the inaugural trip.
I got my nails done today.
Look at you.
Yeah, it feels kind of weird.
Yeah, it's like the organic cow spa is inspired by the idea that organic cows have the space, fresh air, sunshine, and nourishment they need to thrive. We're inviting guests to embrace their own version of that philosophy. Slow down, unplug, spend time outdoors, and enjoy a little utter relaxation. Oh, my God.
Is this going to be like hot goat yoga?
Probably.
I don't know. But, like, apparently cow cuddling is a real thing.
Oh, yeah, it is a thing, man. I watched some of those TikToks.
Research shows that stroking and brushing cows can bring down anxiety, increase oxytocin, which is released during social bonding and nicknamed the love hormone. It's also associated with feelings of happiness and even pain relief. Those benefits extend to cows, too. They love being close to and interacting with humans.
This is true.
Now, I'd imagine we got some cows around here. We don't have to all go all the way up to Maine.
We don't. No, there's plenty
Nah.
out in this area.
Yeah, we can just sling a dead cat from here. We'll find a cow, man.
Yeah.
Now, do you need a particular cow to cuddle, or like?
I would suggest. No, Jesse will know better than me, but I'm going to suggest a cow, not a bull.
Yeah, definitely
start
not
with
a
that.
bull. Unless
Okay.
I will say this: if y'all get hooked on the PBR TikToks,
Oh, yes.
some of their bulls,
Some of their
actually
meanest bulls are the nicest.
and most gentlest
Yes.
outside of the
They're big
performance
teddy
arena.
bears.
But when
Really?
they
Yeah.
get in the chutes, man, they know their
They
job.
turn it on.
They know their job, but at home they'll be
I have seen a
rubbed
couple of
and
those.
lovey-dovey, and they're great. I will say the curly cows are kind of my favorites right now. The ones that have the cool little.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name. Don't ask me. I'm still recovering.
I understand. I understand.
And then belted Galloway cows. They're awesome.
Now, what about the mini cows? I
They're
think
awesome too.
A friend of mine has one. It's not much bigger than like a golden retriever, really.
Yeah, they're like little pets, but you know what? So are my chickens. My chickens follow me like daggum
Really?
dogs. Yes. I'm like,
Joey, you ever held a chicken?
No, I don't think I have actually.
I got 24 of them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And they really do follow you around.
They'll
Oh,
follow
yeah.
me around. They know when I come out, I can say chickens, and boy, they'll just start talking. And here they come, and they're ready to come out.
Can we do farm day with Joey?
We can
one
do
day?
farm day.
That
Come
would be
on.
so
We
fun
got-
with Joey on farm day.
Like,
We can clean stalls.
we got 4 horses.
Oh, Joey, we could ride horses.
Horses are cool. Now, how much land would you need if you wanted to get a mini cow?
You probably need about at least 3 to 5 acres.
I'd say 3 to 5 acres, yeah. Yeah. But you don't want one. I think you want 2. Cows
He
are
needs a
social,
buddy.
right?
He
Yeah.
needs a buddy, unless you're going to sleep out with him. you
We
know.
have a comment from the Romex Angler. Well, next thing you know, we'll hear Eddie talking about how nice the Brazilian wax feels.
Oh, Lord.
Thank you for that, Romex
Wow, we
Angler.
went there. Man.
Well, we do have a waxer amongst us in the studios.
Wax?
Pamela. She's a waxer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my.
Yes.
Wow. That's a whole other
Wow.
thing for another day. But, you mentioned a mini cow's kind of like the size of a golden retriever.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, just because it's fun, I have another. Have you heard of this Nobunaga?
Oh, no.
Oh, he is great.
A Japanese man living in clearly Southern America.
Southern America,
Okay.
definitely.
Like in the Southeast.
Okay.
Mississippi, Alabama.
Got it.
Clearly.
Clearly, okay.
At 10:30 p.m. in the rain, a golden retriever with a collar wandered onto my porch. His tag said Buster with a phone number. I called. The woman answered on the first ring, her voice trembling. Hello? I have secured the beast Buster, I said. 30 seconds later, 2 headlights tore down my street. A minivan screech halted in my driveway. The doors slid open before the engine was even off. A mother, a father, and 2 small girls in pajamas came sprinting across my wet lawn in the dark. Buster let out a joyful yelp and launched into their arms. And the entire family collapsed onto my grass in a weeping pile of relief. Then the father stood up, covered in mud and rain, grabbed my shoulders and pulled me into a violent bear hug that crushed my ribs. He's been missing for 6 hours, the father choked out. We thought he was dead.
Yep.
The 2 little girls wrapped their arms around my knees. I stood there in the dark rain, trapped inside a human fortress of pure gratitude. I am thousands of miles from my ancestors. Tonight, I was home. Nobunaga.
Love it.
I love it.
I love it, man.
That's great.
Great ones.
Yeah, no,
great.
like when the dog is missing, especially, there are certain dogs, and it's not breed specific necessarily, but there are certain ones that just want to be free.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a male
They
dog.
love to
period.
get out.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll let you get about 5 yards and then they take off again.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Let you give up and then take off again. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for a while in County Downs, there was like a 3-legged one just hopping around the neighborhood. Like every day would somehow get out and would just be hopping around. It was smart enough to know cars and
Yeah.
like get out of the way and get on the grass somewhere.
Well,
but
that's probably how it became a 3-legged dog to begin with.
That's
and
my
he
guess.
learned the hard
Probably
way.
learned, yeah.
He learned.
There's a driving range over in Lagoon Park, and I used to have a warehouse over there and had a dog named Boudreaux. And Boudreaux loved to chase balls.
Mhm.
And I was by the driving range, and he saw a golf ball go by. And we spent the next 2 hours trying to get Boudreaux off the driving range course.
Oh.
And all those folks kept doing, and I don't blame them. They just kept hitting.
Yeah.
Because, he'd just go chase that one, and he'd go chase this one.
Right.
So I'm chasing the dog, trying not to get hit by balls.
Boudreaux!
Boudreaux! And then finally, he just collapsed. I had to carry him. He's like, all right, I'm done,
done.
but you're going to have to drag me out of here. And
Was it a
then
lab?
he's a lab mix, but they
Okay.
still wouldn't stop hitting the golf balls.
They're like,
It was a human out there at this point, folks.
We've paid for our time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was the entertainment for sure.
I'm just envisioning that. You chasing a lab mix around the
Oh, it was hot,
field. Did you ever get
summer
hit?
day.
Did you get hit by a golf ball?
No, but I do remember getting mad and throwing one at somebody
Oh
because they wouldn't stop hitting the balls.
I'm trying to catch Boudreaux.
Right.
You stop it with your
Boudreaux's
hitting.
running around. Yeah.
So when we went and played Top Golf off at one of our work trips,
Oh, yeah.
I did not realize. Well, one, we about lost one of my supervisors. She about fell off the deck, but luckily there's netting.
There's netting, yeah.
So, but what cracked me up is I'm like, well, I wonder how they gather all the golf balls. At the end of the day. Well, sure enough, here comes this kid out in
Yep.
like an armored baby mini golf cart, and I'm like, oh, okay, great. Well, we're not going to try to hit him, y'all. My next
Yes, you
time
do.
up. Oh,
That's what you do.
I pinged it. Not intentionally, but I mean pinged it, and like it was bad. I was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, I'm so glad we look like dots to you because you can't tell where that came from.
Top golfs, yeah. It's a shame we don't have that in Montgomery.
I know, but we do have some pretty cool golf simulators.
Yeah, we do.
Travel.
That's true.
Yeah, we do.
I love going down there. That's always fun.
Now, this is just the potpourri section of the show, folks. Dear Abby, I am a 63-year-old man.
Uh-oh.
My fiance, 57, and I have been dating exclusively, or so I thought, for 4 years.
Uh-oh.
I just found out she has a male friend
Oh, dear.
she has been seeing without my knowledge. They go to lunch and dinner and other activities. She says they are just friends. He is her attorney, and he wants a romantic relationship. She lied by omission, and now my trust is damaged.
Yeah, would be.
I'm worried about her dishonesty and the viability of our relationship. She thinks it's not a big deal. Your thoughts? Simmering suspicion in Florida. I would agree with this guy. That's
kind of sketchy.
She kept it hidden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
There's something there.
and yeah.
right. Like, I don't know. And it's one thing to keep certain things hidden, but like a relationship with another fella.
Yeah. That's,
Like if you'd just been straight up from the beginning, like I'm going to
Probably would've
lunch
been a
with
big deal.
Tom.
Yeah.
That would have been a
That
little
would've been-
different.
Well, yeah, but
Different.
she openly said that the guy has feelings for her. So
Right.
I'm sure that would have came up early on too, and he probably said, "Well, I don't want you to hang out with the lawyer guy who's going to take my girl."
Yeah, and Abby says a woman who is engaged has no business spending time alone with another man who has expressed a romantic interest in her. Yeah, no kidding. This is a big deal. It is.
That is a big deal.
But you have to straighten it out. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but would you not at least go to him and say, "Hey, there's, it's not reciprocal," or do you just, Jesse, you tell me?
The fact that he didn't know, first of all, put him at a major disadvantage.
Of course.
But second of all, I fault her entirely because that tells me if you're willing to participate in that type of relationship with someone else while being actively engaged
In secret.
yeah. Then that you need to take that diamond ring back to the store and get y'all money back and
I
run.
kind of think so.
Shows you ain't loyal.
Yeah. No, that's.
Yeah, you ain't. Yeah.
Dear Abby, my husband and I have been married for 34 years. 10 years ago, This one's a doozy, by the way, folks. 10 years ago, my husband had to take custody of his then 56-year-old brother, Clay, because back in 1987, he fried his brain on PCP.
Ooh.
For a decade, our life has been a daily living hell. Clay has frightened off one of our cats.
Oh, no.
Well, how did he do that? Expand on that.
Just a cat. Get another one.
He lies, steals from us, can't and won't clean up after himself, and doesn't wash his hands. He is the most disgusting person I have ever met. He's spoiled, rotten, and lazy and expects the only woman in the home to do everything. This is ingrained behavior that he has had for years. I want a divorce. My husband will not put Clay in an assisted living facility or other institution. I love my husband, but I refuse to be disrespected by anyone. I told him I wouldn't ever allow any member of my family to disrespect him the way I or our marriage and our home have been disrespected by his brother. Abby, would you divorce your husband for subjecting you to this daily living hell for 10 years? Done in Montana.
Life's too short.
Yes.
You can put him in a shed in the backyard or a living facility, but yeah.
The husband's supposed to be the head of the household, so if he's not going to stand up and put Clay in his place and this, that, and the other, then by Georgie, here's
Also,
papers.
let me remind you of I think it's a famous Chinese saying, happy wife, happy life.
Mm-hmm.
Very important.
Happy wife,
happy life.
Why did you say it that way?
My God.
Because I didn't want to say it with the Asian accent.
272-9228. That's 334-272-9228. If you have any comments for Eddie Bader.
I love how he directed that directly to Eddie. To Eddie
That's my buddy.
specifically.
Again, this is just the potpourri section. Now, I have to say, and this started reading, you got to be careful sometimes when you read another man's book.
Oh, yeah.
Because, say that man is describing how he fell in love with the woman, his lifetime.
Yeah. Okay.
Lifetime love. Fell in love with who is now his wife and the mother of his children.
Okay.
Sometimes you read it, and the man is such a good writer. You're like, I'm falling in love with her too, man. You know what I mean?
It's like, oh, man.
It's like, that's just, man, that's awesome. That's how I felt about reading J.D. Vance's book. I'm like, Usha's awesome, dude. Like, Jade, and Vance is, and that's why the story's so good. Vance essentially admits it. He's like, I was an emotional wreck. Like, I was high achieving, very smart. Like, getting all these things, but like, was the emotions of a child.
Yeah,
I can imagine.
And was essentially treating her like a mother, a second mother to him. And like, just where he finally realized, oh, you got to stop doing all this stuff, dude, and like, relax. And would just freak out without getting it. You know, he'd text and she'd be busy, like, doing law school stuff. And he would freak out. There's no response. And it's just, it was endearing, actually, to see a guy who's the vice president wanting to be president kind of talk about, this presence in his life. And so from reading the book, I'm like, Usha Vance sounds amazing.
Yes.
Or
So-
is he just a rube? But I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
Or is who just a rube?
J.D. Vance over Usha. Maybe he's just a rube.
What do you mean he's just a rube?
You never been a rube over a girl? You were just so...
Well,
Actually, that's how Vance tells the story. He was dating a bunch of people.
Okay.
And had dated, girls, sometimes two, like this one relationship was 2 years. And one of his buddies had just had a breakup, and he had it bad. Like that Usher song.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, you got it bad. Like, he's got it real bad. And, like, he's just pining over her. Like, he's playing Love Hurts by Roy Orbison.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
He's playing the
He's
Great
in the pain,
Pretender.
Yeah.
Right.
He's in this. Oh, boy.
Right. He's crying over you, over that chick. Anyway, JD's like, dude, what's wrong with you? I thought you were a dude. Like, just, like, I've never felt, I love my girlfriend, but, like, that's not, like, the whole, what are you talking about? This is just pathetic, dude. And then fast forward a few years, and he calls up, and he's talking to this friend, and he's talking about Usha. And the guy's like, remember how you gave me a hard time?
That's what dudes are going to do. Dudes are always going to remember that.
And they won't let you live it down
No.
either.
So I say all this because this is Usha Vance in response to El Said.
Oh, yes.
Abdul up there in Michigan got real personal saying, I wonder what J.D. Vance's papa mama would have said about his wife Usha. Which is like, really, dude?
Yeah.
They just said that's a pretty looking girl.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, we went over this yesterday, Eddie. But he said it in
I've
a
gotten
better tone.
Gotten
Yeah,
better.
like he said it yesterday. He's been saying stuff in a creepy way. I don't know if you saw this, Jesse, or heard this.
Well, you
I
know,
didn't think so, but
it
I've
is-
gotten called
it
out.
is- It is Eddie.
Yeah,
You know.
I'm just the other side. You guys are one way, I'm on the other. You know, y'all are on one side of the tracks. I'm just.
All right. But anyway, like I've read this book, and I'm like, I kind of am in love with Usha Vance now too. Thank you, JD. And
And all the single ladies
Yes.
cry
Yeah.
at this moment in time.
no, it's wholesome.
I know.
It's just a
You about said something,
about
Eddie.
saying nothing.
You
it's just a
about-
little crush, you know.
He about said something, Joey.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. And so then I see this clip after they're horribly attacked. Like, that's just a nasty thing to say.
It was. It was pretty nasty.
So here's Usha.
I mean, I have to admit, I kind of laughed because, yes, I never met JD's mama and papa, but I do know and love the children that they raised. You know, his mom, his aunt and uncle, and they have never been anything but incredibly loving. I mean, his aunt is like a second mother to me. And so I have to think that if they raised children like that, they would have been loving as well. And I would have really, really, really loved to have met them. I had never been to Ohio before meeting JD. I had no idea what to expect. He makes fun of me because I thought it would look more like Iowa, which obviously it does not.
Yeah.
And whatever expectations I might have had were blown up when I got there. I mean, it's a culturally diverse place in many ways. It has all sorts of traditions that were new to me in other ways, but the people are so welcoming. Everyone has been really loving. They are my family. They treat me like their family. I mean, I
So Abdul's an idiot, number one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go with that.
Take that angle. But you're like, okay. By the way, she's very sweet in that clip. But I think what was she doing for the longest? She's like a corporate litigator.
Yeah.
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 Wicked smart.
Not a sweet.
Yeah.
No,
Not a sweet
no, no.
Not a sweet person.
Yeah, she knows how to be
Kill
rough.
them with kindness.
Right.
Yeah, but it's just like I don't know. I wonder because we are living in this era, and people rightfully point out that Trump broke the game.
Yeah.
Where you got the insulting and stuff going on back and forth, and you got to wonder what's going to be next. And I do wonder if the American people are going to be like, look, we're not going to go back to the days of sort of the fake etiquette that you saw so much. Like, think of Reagan's debates
Yeah.
and sort of the common culture, let's be blunt, that came out of the Greatest Generation and some of the boomers. But honestly, it's the boomers that have been leading the charge on this breakup we've had in this nation, this polarization we've had in this nation. So it's more that the whole Ronald Reagan, Tip O'Neill could have a drink. That was not a boomer thing. That was sort of a Greatest Generation, even silent majority thing.
Yeah.
High trust. We disagree, but we both go to the same church, and we both kind of watch the same football teams, and like we eat the same food. Like it's sort of the
Have
same.
more commonality. I mean,
And so that's faded, and I don't think that's ever coming back in the way it was there. But I also don't think the era that we see very much pronounced on social media and X will last forever. Sort of the constant cynical ribbon on each other, destroying one another. Sort
Well,
of thing.
and the thing about that is, too, is you got to keep in mind you can't believe everything that's on social media, because I can tell you, even here, they are still very much that way. They may just sit here and chew each other out on the floor or behind the scenes, but then you see them at the bar later catching drinks together, buying each other drinks.
Oh, of course.
And I'm like, it's all about the almighty dollar at the end of the day. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, and then, hey, we'll throw some mud, but then, hey, let's go have, brandy and cigars afterwards.
but even in the real estate world, when we're doing a deal together, and it doesn't always happen this way, but there are times where they're passionate about their client, I'm passionate about my client. We'll have that disagreement. During the transaction, we could be rather nasty, but we're all at the closing table. We're like, we're all good. It was good, yeah.
But you know what I mean, though, with the political discourse.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely. I mean, and it's Trump, and I think Trump is genuinely funny, and I know some people hate to even hear that, but he is. He's genuinely funny.
Right.
Like, even when it's offensive or like, I wouldn't say that. There's a lot of
It's-
things he says I wouldn't say, but
You know what gets me is people got to quit wearing their feelings on their sleeves. It's
Right,
called
that's our
buck
biggest
up,
problem,
buck
man.
up, buttercup.
But the problem is when somebody doesn't have that humor or those skills of persuasion, let's say, doesn't have that same charisma, and they try to be just mean. It doesn't play the same.
It doesn't play
No.
the same. Well,
No.
he is playing 3-tier Chinese chess, and they're playing checkers and hadn't
No
even
doubt.
found the checkerboard yet. So they don't even know what color team they are, red or black.
And so now that you see, okay, you have J.D. Vance coming up, you got Marco Rubio coming up. I think Ron DeSantis still wants to be the guy.
He ain't gonna be, but okay.
Why? Too short?
Yeah.
That's what they hit him on last time. Do you remember that, Jeff?
I do.
With the boots?
I do. Yeah.
Hold on. Do we hit him on that, or do we also bring up the fact that we've never had a president that short?
Oh, we've had short presidents.
Not that short.
Oh, yeah, man.
Come on.
Yeah, little Jimmy, James Madison. I think he was like Judge Knapp's height.
No way. I
Yeah.
thought he was a 6-footer.
James Madison? Oh, we got to look this up.
I really thought he was a 6-footer.
I think he was short.
Well, okay, that was the past. We don't have short presidents anymore.
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 He was
we
five.
got through that.
James Madison was 5'4".
Then he was lying. He was 4'8". You know,
And
he was lying.
and he only weighed around 100 pounds.
He was shorter than me. I'm 5'6".
How did he get elected president?
Well, we didn't have as much stuff in our food now that makes you as big. So,
true. This is true. But
we're-
I would have think a 100-pound little worm, nobody would have listened to him. But
You'd be surprised.
And so little Jimmy, James Madison, was the shortest ever, smallest ever president. 5'4", 100 pounds.
you know he wasn't 5'4".
Yeah, probably. And then it goes to Martin Van Buren. He was 5'6".
Oh, he was my height.
Benjamin Harrison was also 5'6". John Quincy Adams was 5'7", and so was his daddy. John Adams was 5'7".
But now back then, we as a people have grown taller than ever before.
Well, yeah, because there's not
That's
crap.
true.
There was not crap in their food that causes major genetic issues
Right.
and
And
all
now-
this stuff.
And now, if you go to the other side of the spectrum here,
Mm-hmm.
the tallest president is who?
I would
probably
like to
who
say
you think.
Ford, but I'm not for politics.
No, it's probably, think about
sure.
like luminaries in American history presidents. Who do you think is the tallest?
Lincoln.
Lincoln.
Oh, yeah.
Lincoln,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. Yeah,
6'4".
yeah.
Still the tallest ever president.
Yeah.
Lyndon B. Johnson was 6'3.5".
Not a fan.
Yeah, that was a dirty dog,
He
man.
was a
He was a dirty. You heard some of those
Oh,
stories,
yes.
Jesse?
Oh,
He's a dirty
yes,
dog.
he was
Dirty dog.
dirty.
Yeah, no, there's one, and I'll just share it mildly, where it's an aide telling this story where Johnson is literally sitting on the crapper.
Yep.
No, it's Johnson telling this story. Johnson's literally sitting on the crapper, and he's trying to talk to his aide, and the aide would not face him, like look him in the eye while he's sitting on the toilet, and just
normal person.
had his back to him. And Johnson's like, I lost all respect for that man that day. I'm like, you dirty dog.
Like, hello, he's giving you privacy. Like, what the crap? No.
Nasty.
Third tallest president, Donald Trump, 6'3", baby.
6'3".
And then Barron is how tall now?
Oh, he's 6'6".
6'7". Yeah,
6'7", really?
6'7".
Talk about who might be the next king.
Yep.
I'm not saying I want it to happen. I'm just saying.
Never know.
Thomas Jefferson, old TJ, was 6'2.5". So was Bill Clinton.
Boo.
Then you get to Chester Arthur, 6'2", FDR, 6'2", George H.W. Bush, 6'2", George Washington, 6'1.5".
There you go.
See, I always thought he was a smaller guy.
And Barack Obama, only 6'1.5".
You know, it's funny when someone under 6 foot calls somebody 6'1.5", only 6'1.5".
I thought Obama was taller than that.
I thought he was too,
I thought
but
Joey was taller than that.
Why do you say that, Eddie Vader?
Because it irritates the crap out of you. I mean, I know you're 5'6",
Not
but
as
still.
much. Not as much anymore.
You're a good, strong 5'6".
So a lot of 6'1", a lot of 6'. You would expect average. A lot of 5'11", 5'11 and a half.
6-footers would be the average.
George W. Bush was 5'11 and a half,
Yeah,
and so was
sure.
Richard Nixon.
oh yeah.
So you get a lot. That's where most of the presidents are in the sort of average. But yeah, 5'4", little Jimmy Madison.
You were taller than a president, Joey.
Yeah. I was taller than a few of them, actually.
Yeah, whatever.
Apparently, I'm even taller than Jimmy Carter. And taller than my favorite president, the 13th president, Millard Fillmore.
Really?
Yeah.
How much you got him by? Half inch?
What is he? He's 5'9". So, yeah, about 2 inches. Two inches.
Eddie. Behave. Don't make me bring my crop and spurs in here.
I love Joey Clark,
Next.
especially big, tall Joey Clark.
Romex Angler says, I'm 6'5", so I will be the tallest president soon.
Oh, God.
No, one of these days I am going to put lifts in my shoes and just come on in here.
Honestly, I would love for you to just to see if I catch.
Yeah, see if you notice at all.
And then if I do, if you go, hey, don't tell nobody. I don't know if I can hold it back, Joey. I gotta be honest.
Oh my Lord.
272-9228. That's 334-272-9228.
Big man on campus.
Big Joey.
Nah, that's not. I don't like that nickname.
No, you don't like that nickname?
I don't like that nickname.
Come on. I love it.
Big Joe.
Big Joey. Big Joey.
Nah.
Well, you hear Big Joey, and then Joey comes
And then
walking
I
in.
come walking in and it's like, yeah.
You're like, oh, yeah,
Right.
that's Big Joey.
Well, it's better than, I know sometimes you're like Little Joey. Everybody remembers Little Joey from back when you were a kid.
Yeah.
We need
Yeah.
to flip that narrative. Big Joey.
I'm Big Joey now.
Yeah.
My I actually go by Joseph now.
Oh, Joseph. Okay.
I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, what would be more adult, Joseph or Joe?
You're more of a Joseph than a Joe.
What if I went with the full-on Joseph Ray?
No.
Like I come up with a novel and it's Joseph Ray Clark.
No.
Or just J.R. Clark.
J.R. Clark.
Just start calling myself J.R.
J.R.
I could
With
start
that
calling
hat over
myself
there? No, you're a
JR.
heck of a J.R.
Actually, I think
Yeah.
I could live a double life.
Yeah,
I could be a J.R.
You could be a J.R.
in the nighttime.
Yep.
Just make sure you're not like the frat brothers that got caught in the drug bust by using your full name on Venmo.
And don't go, and don't go to the rodeo as a J.R. And that, you're not a
This
rodeo
get up?
guy. Yeah, you're not a rodeo guy.
No, I ain't riding any bulls.
We're just going to go pet some.
What if you...
I don't know how to wrangle much of anything.
Would you ride one of those sheeps like the kid do?
A mutton busting?
No, I'm not going to be mutton busted.
Come on, man. That'd be awesome.
No, I'm not going to be a mule skinner like Dolly Parton.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I got to hit this break. We'll be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Get ready for Biscuits and Bowls coming to Davos Park September 25th and 26th. For 2 action-packed nights, professional bull riders take on some of the toughest bulls around, plus freestyle bullfighting, bull games, and non-stop entertainment all night long. This isn't your typical night at the ballpark. It's high-flying, hard-hitting action right in the heart of Montgomery. Bring the whole family and experience Biscuits and Bowls at Davos Park, September 25th and 26th. Get your tickets today at biscuitsbaseball.com.
Trust is the number one reason why a patient chooses a healthcare provider. Adams Drugs has been your trusted healthcare provider since 1962 and has been voted the number one pharmacy in the River region for many years. We strive each and every day to provide you the level of health care you have come to expect from Adams Drugs. The employees at Adams Drugs take pride in developing relationships with their patients, from making sure your prescriptions are filled correctly to getting to know you and your family's needs and following up on any questions you may have. Adams Drugs employees deliver top-notch service. We ask you to visit us at any of our locations in Montgomery, Prattville, Wetumpka, Millbrook, and Pine Level Marbury and give us a chance to earn your business. You can find us at adamsdrugs.net for the location that is nearest to you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
This is the story of the one. The one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
For many homeowners, there's untapped reserves hiding in plain sight. It's not in the savings account, it's not in the stock market, it's right under your roof. Now more than ever, homeowners are sitting on record levels of home equity, and that equity belongs to you. It can be used to consolidate high-interest credit card debt, to pay expensive school tuition, to cover medical expenses, to invest in renovations, you name it, because that money is yours. This isn't about taking on unnecessary debt. It's about using an asset you already own to improve your financial position and your quality of life. The key is understanding your options and choosing the strategy that fits your goals. Let's see what's possible with the equity in your home. Give us a call at Alabama Home Mortgage today at 334-567-4223 or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. That's Alabama Home Mortgage, because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Weather, a service of H&H Carpets, where right now, get a load of this, listen close, you get a house full of carpet for $19.95 installed. Unbelievable. They're located at 6450 Atlanta Highway, just across from Walmart.
Rich Thomas weather.
We've had a fairly routine day today, and still a chance you may encounter one of those evening showers or storms before they fade out, but most towns will stay dry. The overnight low temperature tonight down to about 72. I think we'll be in the lower 90s on Thursday and Friday with a better supply of scattered showers and thunderstorms. In fact, rather generous, but still random in the afternoon and evening hours both days. Then by the weekend, the storms start to thin out with high temperatures back to the mid-90s. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
News and talk without the static. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Someone needs to change that drop to JR.
JR's in the house.
Hey, I can change it for you. JR.
JR's in the house.
Oh, what's up, y'all?
Eddie, quit!
Let's go to Junebug.
Yeah, come
hey,
on, Junebug,
How
help
you
us
doing?
out.
Yeah, y'all talking about height.
Yeah.
I used to be 5'9" when I retired in 05. Now I'm 5'5".
Oh.
I had to look up to Jessie Lynn. I looked up to my wife. She's 5'8".
Oh Lord. Okay.
What happened?
Just shrinking from
I shrunk from 5'8" and 3/4 to 5'5".
Wow.
Have you gone to the doctor about that? That might be like a very aggressive
No.
form of osteo.
I'm still tall enough to play my piano. You know the deal.
Okay.
All right.
All right, yeah.
All right.
Say y'all talking about height. All right, yeah.
Thank you, Junebug.
Thanks,
Appreciate you, Junebug.
Hey, JR, where'd you put your truck at?
I don't have a truck. I got a Kia
That's okay.
K5.
No, that's
no,
okay. That's
JR does not have a Kia.
No, I have a truck. He
Yeah.
could borrow mine.
But JR
By
does
the
not
way,
have a Kia.
I had such an Alabama moment leaving County Downs.
Oh, did you?
Where in front of me was clearly a black woman and a little Dodge Charger.
Okay.
Not even that nice of one. And on the back, it had in like bedazzled cursive pink letters, "You just got passed by a girl." And then behind me, on the same road, behind me is I think an F-250 lifted with the tires so big that had to stick out from the wells. And I'm just like, in between these two, I'm like, hey, welcome to Montgomery, Alabama, folks.
And then here I come rolling flaming patriotic with, a diesel muffler that goes and will flat out just gas
I will
your
say
butt.
this, and I hope JR can agree with me.
Okay.
There is something, and I don't know when it happened, but there's something about a hot woman in a lifted truck that does it for you.
Does it for you? What does that mean?
For you well.
See what I mean about how the way he said stuff? Yeah.
I was like, wow.
That kind of cranks your tractor. That gets your attention.
Cranks your tractor.
Gets your attention.
Oh, that's better.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys.
It
Try to get
gets
down there
your
where the goats can
attention.
get it. Get your attention.
It does it for you. It cranks your tractor. It gets your attention.
Yes.
All right.
Am I wrong? I mean, it's a Southern thing, but
I don't know.
Oh, JR, come on. You're telling me you're sitting at the light in your Kia, and you look up, and Jessie Lynn pulls up in her big old 4x4. You're not going to say, that's a tall glass of water right there.
Romex Angler saying JR may drive a Kia, but he don't have one bottle hair.
He doesn't have one bottle of hair. That's right. That's right.
That's about
exactly right.
I take care of these lots.
That's right.
He also asked, when will the song release with Jesse singing and Joey slapping the bass?
Oh, yes. That's a good idea.
I like it.
sent you a song.
You have. You know what we need to do is we need to schedule some time over here at Atmosphere. And let's put it down and
I
get it
got a
going.
vacant house we can use. I got a bunch of them.
Okay.
Any vacant house y'all want to use, yeah,
Well,
we'll shoot a video.
That sounds sketchy as hell.
No, it doesn't.
See what I mean?
How's that sketchy?
I got a vacant
Got a vacant house we can use.
It's where sometimes
I meet people there occasionally.
Is that where you crank your tractor?
No,
Okay.
there, Joey.
All right.
Hey, I'll bring the truck though. Then it will.
There
Then
you go.
There you go. There you go.
Just hop out the truck and come on inside. There's no furniture, but it's AC running.
I've got some lawn chairs.
Oh my God. I do have a funny story about a song that I cut for one of our disc jocks years ago. And they're like, yeah, just come on out to the house. I'm like, okay, great. Y'all, I'm out in the deck, boondock, sticks, hicks, I mean, everything in between. And I'm going, what in the Sam Poodiddly Waddlins have I gotten myself into? It was a single wide trailer out in the middle of the woods.
The acoustics in there are great.
And not the greatest single wide trailer either. And I'm going, he's like, I promise this is safe. I'm like, yeah, as I turn on my location pinger and grab my 40 out of the door. Absolutely, it's
Safe now.
Yeah. I was like, Lord, I'm like, I trust you, but this is sketchy as crap.
Yeah.
But he did have a really cool studio at the trailer,
trailer?
so I'm like, hey, it works.
How did the song come out?
Went great.
Good
They
deal.
used it for some of their spots
Excellent.
and
Nice.
ended up picking it up as a promotional song for their stuff. So I was
love
like,
that.
great. And
I
we
love
did it
that.
in 3 takes. I was like, heck yeah.
All right.
I love that.
All right.
But yeah.
See, Joe, we put you together with somebody that's got some talent like her, and
Oh,
boy, she
yeah.
can have you
yeah.
singing jingles and
No,
country
I don't know
songs.
about
JR's
this.
on tour.
I've been learning to sing like old Latin
Hey,
hymns. but
JR
I don't
and
know.
JL. See, there you go. There's our tour name.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can see you in each corner of the stage. Y'all are coming down.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, who is that country singer couple?
Faith Hill and Tim
That's
McGraw.
it.
Yeah.
Indian Outlaw. You coming down singing Indian Outlaw. She comes from the other side of the stage. Oh, yeah, I can see this. I can see this. We need to get this going quick, guys.
Let's do it.
Oh, I can see this. JR's coming down like that, but we ain't got no sleeves on
By
this
the way,
shirt.
Eddie,
Yeah.
I didn't want to tell you this, but I will.
Uh-oh. Oh, dear.
I had a nightmare the other night
Oh,
that
dear.
I don't want to describe in detail, but you were in the background of the scene going, I can see this. I can see this. I can see this. Ruined my day. I didn't feel normal till I sat in adoration for 2 hours. And now here it comes. I'm
I
like,
was going to say, are we foretelling? What are we doing?
I love it.
Could you not, Joe? You're coming down the steps. She's coming down the steps. Also, back in the day, this is way before y'all's time, but Cher and Sonny Bono.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. Just saying. Just saying. Think about it.
anyway, I'll think about it.
Think about it.
Think about it, because see, then we've got the perfect in-house manager for all of this, Joey. We have Eddie.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Who can sit here and do all the wheeling and dealing for us
All day long.
and then we can still just do the show
Merchandise.
remotely.
I'm selling merch.
And you know,
Yeah.
I do have chops with the pen.
So see,
He does.
You know, I don't know, and I kind of play the guitar.
He does pretty
but,
good.
Hey, all you gotta do is know power chords, and you're good
Right.
to go. Because
Yeah,
if you
you
got
just
the
need
band
basic
backing
chords.
you up,
Right.
who
There you
needs
go,
to know
Joey.
how to shred?
Right, there you go.
You got it, man. Let's go make some music.
Hey,
Let's
and
make
then
some
we
music.
can just trade in the key, and we'll get a big Prevost tour bus instead,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then there you go,
Prevost.
and
That's
have
the
our
way
own
to do
driver.
that, dude.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll be the driver.
No, I'm going to get one of those little sheep Eddie wants me to ride.
Hey, I have the horse
I
trailer.
don't think
for
you
that.
want to be the guy on the bus with the sheep. I really don't. A ship.
a
yeah.
ship.
A ship.
One sheep.
A ship. A
She's
ship.
on that ship over there.
Shep over
You don't
there.
want to be known as the guy that carries a ship everywhere he goes. I don't think you want to be that guy.
Oh my God.
272-9228. Now, I want to cover one thing real quick before we have to hit our last quick break.
All right.
There's a guy named Joe Schmid, which
Okay.
is an interesting name.
Okay.
But Joe Schmid, for years, nerdy, kind of young dude. I'm, by the way, watching some of these videos, like I'm realizing how old I am. He's like, yeah, I was in high school around 2014, and I'm like, oh man. And when were you in high school, Eddie?
Well, I graduated in 1987, I believe, 86 or 87.
See, I'm born in 1988, And I
So
graduated.
was my son Justin, Joe.
I graduate in, that's an interesting timing. I graduate in 2007.
I can see it happening.
2007 you graduated.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, from
gra-
high school.
I graduated in 13.
13.
Wow. Then finished my back at 16, finished the master's in 18, then took a 5-year break.
So this character, Joe Schmid, who looks like a boy, he actually has been running a very popular agnostic YouTube channel
Okay.
for a long time. Well, he just jumped on 2 huge podcasts, like Catholic Apologist Podcast. He's now converted, and he hadn't revealed it to his atheist agnostic audience
really?
yet. And at one point, he was, he's very nerdy. He's becoming a philosophy professor at Yale and stuff. But at one point, he started saying, well, there's this one thing that really did change my mind. And when you hear a really clever person that's been arguing against the existence of God for years, got a following for it, and all of a sudden here they are saying, well, I saw this one thing, and I'm like, well, I guess I kind of got to believe in God now. At least shows the guy was always honest about his intentions.
Yeah.
He really did practice in good faith. But let's listen in. There's only about 2 minutes. He describes a particular miracle he actually read up on.
All right.
So the miracle of Kalanda comes along, and that kind of bothers me. And I start looking into some other miracles that people like Testify, his YouTube channel, have talked about. Caleb Jackson. It's like there's a Barbara Schneider case that I found really convincing. She had advanced multiple sclerosis. She hadn't walked for years. She was sent to her deathbed, basically, at home. And she had all these tubes inserted into her. She had a fully collapsed lung. She had a massive atrophy for her legs because, of course, if you don't walk in 7 to 10 years or however long it was, you're going to get massive atrophy. Her feet were I think frozen in plantar flexion, so she couldn't walk or anything. She was legally blind. Her hands were crinkled in on themselves, and she was
What
basically.
year was this? Roughly?
This is in the 1980s, I believe.
Okay.
And so she's basically dying. And they have her church has a prayer campaign for her, and they get hundreds of letters coming in for the prayer. And so her friend is reading to her these prayers one day, and when she's reading the prayers to her, she hears a voice. Barbara, that is. She hears a voice saying, "Get up, my child, and walk." And she's like, she takes out her tubes. She gets up. She walks. She looks down, and the first thing she notices, as she says, is her feet are flat on the floor. They haven't been like that for 7 to 10 years. And then she looks at her hands, and they're not crumpled in on themselves. And then, only after that, she notices, I'm not blind. I can see. And she starts dancing, and they start dancing and running around, and her family members are feeling her calves, and your calves are restored. And we have medical testimony to all this stuff. So this is an instantaneous and permanent remission of advanced multiple sclerosis. Oh, her lung uncollapsed as well. She had a collapsed lung and it uncollapsed. So all of these things happening at once in connection with what I would have to say is a hallucination on her part. So, okay, we just happen to have this hallucination with content in association with hundreds of prayers. All this stuff is coinciding with an uncollapsed lung, blindness instantaneously remitting, muscle being restored, doctor's testimony to this. We have medical documentation beforehand, afterhand. What am I to do? Matt, what am I to do when you see this? What are you supposed to say? What are you supposed to say? So I guess God probably exists.
Yeah.
Probably.
It's
But
minimal you
God-
can walk away with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just thought that story, the miracle story, is remarkable.
Definitely.
That's amazing.
And, some people want to poo-poo that, the miracle thing, but I think there's, I'm forgetting the guy's name, but who's documented miracles in the modern era.
Mm-hmm.
And it's real.
It
and
is,
I think
100%.
this, we live in such a age where we constantly do all these scientific studies and all the things, and it's there's so much more going on to reality and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we got to do some gospel songs that we do
Yes,
an album.
I agree.
All right. Anyway,
I agree.
Okay,
we'll
I'm
be
down
right
with that.
back.
You're going to get the tambourine, Eddie.
I want the triangle.
Oh, we can give you the triangle, too.
Gonna have to throw holy water on him before he jumps on that record.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
This is your roving reporter. Today I'm talking with a man from outer space.
What's up, Earthling?
I see you've landed your spacecraft over there in that field.
That's right, man.
My question is, why have you landed here on our planet?
I came to see David Ernest.
The asset preservationist?
Yeah, man. I wanted to see if he would take a look at my portfolio for me.
Well, before you make the trip over there, call him on his toll-free number, 833-596-7233.
And I understand those last 4 digits spell out the word safe.
That is correct.
Funny thing happened the last time I came to Earth.
What was that?
I went to the Walmart, man.
Yes?
And I accidentally went in the back door.
How did that work out?
Well, they stopped me and very gently told me that I needed to go around front and come in.
And then what did you do?
I said, cool, man. Take me to your greeter.
You flew millions of miles just for that.
Hey, man, I don't ride them. I just read them.
There's always a reason to visit Epicure and Jack's Tavern. 12 jumbo wings and a bottomless side for $9.99. Happy hour Tuesday through Thursday from 5 till 7. New dinner specials every Friday and Saturday. And steaks from Alabama's best steakhouse for $20.26. Wet-aged, butchered, and hand-cut right here in-house. Epicure and Jack's Tavern in Millbrook. Come see what a steakhouse should be like.
Hi, this is Brendan with Royal Furniture. A big thank you to Blue Water Broadcasting for helping us launch our Alabama stores in Prattville, Montgomery, Auburn, Gadsden, Athens, Decatur, Oxford, and Florence. We appreciate your hard work and dedication. Here's to a strong partnership and even stronger results. Thanks, Blue Water.
Our advertisers are our biggest advocates. Call us to find out how radio can increase your bottom line. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number 1 in the number 2 business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
The River Region's first and only news talk station on FM. Live, local talk. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
You're listening to Joey Clark. Warm sound, clear sound, right here with Joey Clark. It's Joey Clark. Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go right to the phones and talk to Ray Bowles with Prattville Carpet. Hey, Ray, how you doing?
Good. How about you guys?
We're doing good.
We're doing good.
Mark says to behave yourself.
Good. So we lost Dolly Parton this week. That was pretty sad.
That hurt.
It made me go back in my mind to Angie's first dirty joke that she told her parents.
Okay.
Okay. Now she's 5 years old. She comes running in from kindergarten and says, "Mom and Daddy, I got something to tell you. Do you know what Dolly Parton sings in the bathtub?" What do you get? Did I say that again, Angie? Well, I'm not saying exactly correct, but she sings Islands in the Sun. Is that right?
Islands.
I messed it up. What is it, Angie?
Oh, my God.
She's not going to tell me.
See, I was going to say...
Islands in the Stream.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say she sings 2 of her biggest hits.
Oh,
in the
good one. Good one. I like that one, Jesse.
I mean,
Yeah.
so-
Islands in the Stream. Islands in the Stream.
Yeah.
Islands
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the tub.
I don't know. I'm going with Jesse's on this one. Biggest hits.
biggest hits.
All
Yeah.
like that.
Oh, Angie's correcting me. It's what do you get when you cross Dolly Park with the bathtub? Islands in the Stream.
Aha. There we go. That makes
Still
sense.
going with
now.
Jesse's.
And then she got in trouble. And that was the last joke she ever told her mom and dad.
Sounds about right.
It's a good joke. That's worth it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yes, absolutely. But no joking around. If you need floors, call us at 285-8117. We'll come up, give you a great measurement phone. Next thing you know, you got to floor down just so easy. Haul everything off, move all the furniture. We just make life real easy for you guys.
Again, that's 285-8117. Call them up and get the job done. And be sure when you call them at 285-8117, you heard them on the radio telling Dolly Parton jokes with Joey, Eddie, and Jesse.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Y'all have a great day.
Thanks,
you too.
Ray.
See you, Ray.
So we learned anything today?
We did. Eddie's got a brand new joke that he's going
I
to
do.
use.
I got to make sure I say it, though, right. It could come out really wrong.
What does Dolly Parton sing in the bathtub?
Her
Her two biggest hits.
Oh boy, I gotta really write that down. Her two biggest.
Now you can't say it too creepy like the way you've been saying other things.
So should I try? Two biggest hits.
Yeah, something that's a little better.
Not
Yeah.
two biggest hits.
Yeah, don't
Well,
do that.
You know, when Joey's little theme song came on there for a minute, I was like, JR.
Oh, yes.
Just adding a little booze to it,
A little more jaw and a little less like Conway Twitty.
Jaw.
Right?
JR.
Oh, also, I don't know if people have heard me say this, but Montgomery needs a new mayor.
Yes.
But if we can't have a new mayor, maybe we can have a new governor. We got problems in some of our cities, and we know the ones I'm talking about. Tuberville told a crowd in Athens, I believe. We've got judges, we've got district attorneys that are not doing their jobs. We all know Montgomery, Alabama's got problems. I sat next to the mayor the other day, and I told him the cavalry's coming. If y'all can't do it, I will do it. Our state capital has to be an icon in this state. We also got a ghost town in downtown Montgomery around the Capitol, around the businesses. You look at this place here in North Alabama, you got people on the streets, you got people in restaurants, you got people buying gas. Tuberville will continue. You don't have that in Montgomery. And why is that? We have the Maxwell Air Force Base, which is huge, huge part of the city of Montgomery. And we need somewhere to go, something to do. We need entertainment. And so why is that not happening? Because we're having shootings, we're having people that are mugged. He added, that happens a lot of places, not just in Montgomery, but it's in abundance, and it hasn't been addressed.
That's right. Agreed. And that is one thing I will give Tuberville. He is not wrong. The cavalry is coming.
That's what so many people want.
It's needed. I have a few places that he can start digging and looking, and we can save the taxpayers a whole lot when it comes to the education system, when it comes to proper expenditures of funds, and the fact if we look at wages on some folks and how much they make, oh Lord.
Also, if he would talk to Jamel Brown, Jamel had some great ideas to do some things on the nights at the governor's house.
Man. No, like
some weeknights.
No, man.
Twerking Tuesday.
No, Twerking Tuesday.
Hot Wings Friday.
That's not appropriate.
Pool party Saturday.
That's not appropriate. That's inappropriate.
Don't vote for Joey. Nerd.
And on that note, thank you for being here, Jesse.
Thank you for having me back in, Joe. It's good to see you guys.
I guess I'll see you tomorrow, Eddie.
Yeah, brother, I'll see you.
All right.
As long as he's not
see you, JR.
We'll be right back with Happy Hour.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusada, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. The Fed says